I don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
Talking about. Poseidon, are you on me? See, good morning, everybody. It's been a while that we've all been in this room doing the morning show. I was supposed to be in court this morning, and I gave up. I said, you know what? You win. You win this round. I'd rather do the morning show with two bald men. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the morning show. Patreon.com/Pantelis. That is patreon.com/Pantelis. If you are bilingual, I will be performing in Gatineau, Quebec. My 1 hour will be on the 22nd. That's next Saturday in Gatineau, Quebec. And right after that, if you're in Montreal, I'm back at the Bordel since the first show sold out. They booked another one, 27th of October. That is a Thursday night, I believe, at the Bordel, the greatest comedy club we have. Controlling the board right now is none other than Poseidon himself, Poseidon. I am Poseidon is his Linktree handle, and the Poseidon69 is his Twitter and Instagram handle if you want to follow the kid. In front of me, we got Phil Bang Bang Balabanos, balabanos.com of Balabanos and James fame. Check out Phil, balabanos.com. And the man bringing us the news from the South Shore, the shore whore himself, George. Chickity jiggity, where are all the dads? Chandrizos.
Where are the dads?
Where have all the good dads
George,
gone?
who spent the last couple of weeks interviewing various politicians around
If you
town.
want to call them that.
For nothing. You wasted all that energy and they got destroyed by Mr. Francois Legos.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of guys I interviewed won.
It's only because they were
Where'd they win?
on the island of Montreal Liberals.
Their seats. They won their seats.
They won their seats?
André Fortin won.
They're so stupid. I got this seat for free.
It's true. I brought it here. Yeah, I remember
Christopher
that.
Skeet won.
Skeet.
Why did we all do that?
Jennifer Macaron won.
What's wrong?
Announcement. Look at that. A milestone. Denis Lapointe has been a YouTube Mafia member for 22 months.
And he goes, my milestone message, SC. Also, shout out to Gapes in the chat.
What's up, Gapes?
Gaby. Keeping a gangster. Oh, I was at, I did some comedy, so I did the GHB room. It's called GHB. It's French. It's brutal, hard. It's all hardcore jokes.
Sounds like a rib drug.
Does it sound like that, George? Yeah.
George prefers the
A
Spanish
lot of
fly
fun.
room.
A lot of fun. It's a very, very good room that they always
Where's
run.
the GHB room?
It's on Ontario Street. It's actually a block away from the Bordel
What
at
an unfortunate
L'Abreuvoir. That's a great name.
L'Abreuvoir?
Yeah.
That's a great name.
L'Abreuvoir, yeah.
The Fountain.
How are you, man? How's your trip? We haven't seen you in such a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I fucking missed you guys.
Yeah, because you hate your family.
I do.
But yeah, it's been. No, it was good. I missed you guys too. I missed doing this. I missed the podcast. It was a good trip, but I'm tired. I don't like traveling. Yeah. Traveling
You
is
don't
for
travel well.
no traveling
You
is for
travel
refugees.
angry.
Yeah.
But what? Don't you rest? I saw some pictures. You look like you were resting. You're
Yeah,
getting
there was that
some
nice
good
picture
old
you
relaxed vacation.
Lying down, thighs touching with Mike in the van.
Are you talking about two different things? I think he's talking about the Greece trip, and
Yeah.
you're talking about
you talking
the
about Greece?
stand-up.
Well, no, the stand-up he's working. Like obviously, I can understand that you're busy.
Oh,
from
you haven't
touring.
seen him since he came back from Greece?
No.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I did not follow that.
Yeah, he
Has
hasn't
it
seen
been that long since you
Yeah.
fucking showed up for work?
Well, we.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't
The
pay.
fuck, George?
Don't pay me this week.
I was about to say.
I'm fucking withholding. What's zero minus
Yeah, it's been a
zero?
while.
Been a
came
minute.
back from Greece.
Yeah,
Do
and-
you still want to go and live in Greece?
Look, I haven't gone since 2016, so I don't know how things are there. From what I'm
Different.
16, not super different since
Different.
16.
I was there in 17. It's different.
I was there in 17 also.
Here's the paradox. Like economically and just in general, Greece is doing much better than the last time I was there. However, socially, I'm not so
Socially,
sure.
yeah.
With all the wave of the new immigrants and the refugees that are just laying around the streets and stuff in Athens, I'm hearing it's not.
Listen,
pretty.
all I'm hearing is blah, blah, blah. I hate
Racist,
Pakistanis.
yeah.
And I don't like it. I don't like what I'm hearing.
You don't look Syrian enough, sir.
Yeah.
No, but it's a serious situation.
It
When you
is a
have to
serious
deal with hundreds
situation.
of thousands of people that have nowhere to go, and they're just waiting to be transferred in other European countries, and just
More than 1 million to be exact.
What's the deal with
Is it
Turkey?
really?
I heard they're still threatening to kill us.
Turkey is
Turkey
lining
is
up.
like Europe's gift shop at this point.
Yeah, look, I mean, first of all, this isn't new, right? I mean, the provocations in the Eastern Mediterranean haven't is something that we've been accustomed to. We've
Provocatia.
been seeing it.
Provocatia,
Keep in mind
yeah.
that Turkey is headed into an election next year, early next year. So Erdogan needs to boost his popularity.
Sure.
Nothing like good nationalism to do the job.
Yeah.
Only had a good nation.
They've taken advantage of the fact that Russia has been excluded almost by everyone all over the world to assume their geopolitical and strategic position where they are, and good for them. I mean, I would too if I were there and Russia's
fair.
out of the image, right out of the picture. Turkey's next. However,
Greece is next, bro.
However, they're being, the
Regional superpower.
the revisionism and all that stuff. I'm not so sure it's gonna bode
Sorry,
well for
just
them.
a second. You want to unpack that for me?
Yeah, a regional
How
superpower.
exactly does Greece end up a regional superpower?
Well, Greece is already a regional superpower.
It's just not a very powerful region.
But it is militarily, Greece is a regional superpower. The only issues we have is with aggressive Turkey. The problem
Turkey
is
is a bigger superpower militarily.
they have more people,
They
but
have
what
more
they're
military,
what
too.
they're upset about. No, their military is larger, but what they're
larger.
upset about now is that because quality-wise, obviously, we already know this.
Yeah,
the
I
Greeks
mean,
are top-notch.
Don't they have, like, the
Russia's
second-
military is
doesn't
huge.
Turkey-
Also,
Yeah,
look where that's
so now
bringing them.
the reason why they're pissed is because all the latest technology in fighter jets, anti-air, all that, they gave them to Greece and they're not giving them to Turkey. So they're furious because it gives Greece a huge advantage, even if they're more. If we keep shooting them down, they lose. It's kind of like what's happening with Russia and the Ukraine.
Keep. We haven't shot anything down.
No, I'm saying if we go to war like they're saying they're coming.
Don't start an international situation.
No, they're the ones who said we're gonna come at night and kill you guys. They're
I
the ones who
remember.
said it. I
I saw
didn't
it.
say it.
I saw it.
They're saying it.
Come in the day,
Also,
pussies.
whatever little equipment they do have, they don't know how to use it properly. So
Evidently.
I mean, yeah.
So what we're saying is we don't want to go to war, but we're prepared to defend ourselves if you guys decide.
You know
to fuck around.
what's what's crazy that doesn't make mainstream news.
We have that dome too, like the
the Israelis. Yeah,
yeah.
we
we have the
a-
Israeli dome.
Yeah,
Yo,
and-
that's
regional
dope as
superpower.
shit.
We have
yeah,
that.
yeah, we have
I
that,
didn't know
and and we gave it to UAE less than a year ago. Remember when they were getting those rocket
How did
attacks?
we get the dome?
You don't know what Greece is up
What
to.
is the name of that dome? I don't remember.
It's called
the
the
Iron
silver,
Dome or
the
some
Iron
shit?
Dome.
the Iron Dome.
The silver dome.
And this is because
chrome
Turkey's
dome.
like, yo, we got all the drones. We're sending drones, and it's like that's the dumbest thing to send when we're just gonna shoot them all down.
That's like just shooting bullets at bulletproof glass and
Yeah.
hoping for the best.
Have you seen when was it last year when there were attacks with Hamas into Israel and
The dome was-
the Iron
yeah,
Dome.
that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
Is that what it's called? The Iron Dome? Yeah.
think that's what it's called.
It's fucking
Or
cool
the-
to see.
I don't know. Yeah.
Terrifying,
Just
obviously.
saying, stop fuck around. Just
So,
focus
yeah.
on your economy and
So
leave us
it's-
alone.
yeah, so the tensions are mounting over there. Obviously, since the beginning of the year, when Greek Prime Minister Mitsotakis, who was
Kyriakos
invited,
Mitsotakis.
when he addressed the Congress in the U.S. and he slammed Turkey,
President Cooley.
Erdogan came out and said, "I want nothing to do with this man anymore. He's dead to me."
We're not dating anymore.
That's sad. It looks like they were maybe friends, and now it's all soured.
So,
But this is what's crazy. This is what fucking boggles my mind.
Mm-hmm.
He goes out, says, we're gonna kill you Greeks, we're gonna drown you again. Whatever we did to you fucking
100
80
years ago,
years
it's
ago,
happening again.
doesn't matter, we're gonna do it again. All that stuff. He's just being aggressive. And then Mitsotakis comes out, who I don't even like, but he comes out and he's like, yeah, bro, calm the fuck down. You're not gonna kill us. He's like, fuck
Dead
this
to me.
asshole. He's dead to me.
Offensive.
Like, it's like, bro, are you crazy?
Did you hear the because there was a meeting in Europe in Prague this week, I think, or when was the 6th? No, last week.
where?
Prague.
You mean
Czech
Prague?
Republic.
Prague.
Prague, yeah. And they caught him off mic, Mitsotakis, talking about Erdogan. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Oh, what did he say off mic?
He's like 3-4 guys. Thank God it wasn't like.
What's to do with this fuck?
Yeah, it wasn't like stupid like when they caught Trudeau talking off
What was he
mic.
saying? What was he saying?
But basically,
Finish
he
the
was. They caught him saying like standing up to Erdogan. He's like, and he was telling people, "Look, I told him if I ever tell you, I'll tell you in your face."
I love that. Such a Greek there.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Iron Dome, huh? You're sharing
Yeah.
stuff?
So this is
Okay.
the-
No, Poseidon, I don't want to watch military videos. We're getting people too aggressive in the morning.
Okay, I'm
It's
sorry.
a morning show, guys. Let's talk
Anyway.
about the Crimean Bridge.
So shit is heating up in the Eastern Mediterranean. I don't know if you guys saw. Greece is getting into an agreement with Egypt on officially settling the. It wasn't a dispute, but it was
Territorial disagreement.
with the exclusive economic zones. With
And I saw
Egypt.
Libya is being basically dominated by Turkey.
Well, that's the whole thing with Libya because they have provisional governments over there. So in the
Because they're
meantime,
free now, that's why.
well, yeah, there's a transitional government or whatever. So they've agreed not to do any, meetings, any deals, or whatever, until there's a real government in place. And Turkey has taken advantage of that. And they went and signed,
Listen to
obviously,
this.
an illegal agreement. No one has authorized it, creating a corridor between Libya and Turkey.
Which goes through Greece.
It goes through fucking Crete and all the islands. And they're like, this is our zone over here, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean?
Sirs, that's another country. Nah. We signed these fake papers.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. Erdogan's
yeah.
like a homeless guy that you put in charge of something. It's
Look,
absurd.
the advantage with Greece is that, and this is what they're saying, and of course it's true, is that everything is on their side. They're following the international law of the sea. They agreed, I think last year or 2 years
Poseidon's
ago.
Law. That's what it's called.
Poseidon's Law.
Yeah.
They agreed, I think, last year or
Wait,
2
what?
years ago with Italy. So they extended to 12 nautical miles into the Ionian Sea. So that was settled with Italy. They're settling their zones with Egypt. And the only one left is Turkey. The problem with Turkey is that they haven't signed UNCLOS. UNCLOS is the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. So all the countries that have signed it, obviously they touch water. So Turkey is the only one, and then there's another 20 countries that haven't signed it, but
they're all landlocked.
They're landlocked
They don't need
countries,
to
so it
sign it.
doesn't really matter. So now you have Erdogan coming out and saying specifically about Turkey, specifically about Crete. And he's like, islands don't have EEZs, like exclusive economic
they
zones.
don't?
And everyone's like,
when?
well, how about Japan? You know what I mean? It's like,
or Finland,
That's
or
an
the
island.
UK.
The UK?
yeah, the UK. So I don't know where he's coming out with these things. And obviously, look,
ass.
there's a lot of provocations.
straight out of his ass.
Greece is playing it very moderately. They understand the game. Hopefully, nothing will happen because nobody wants to see
No,
a
obviously
conflict in the region.
The only thing I would like to see happen is Erdogan coming out, like leaving office. Like
Oh,
that
yeah.
would make me happy.
That would
People,
make everyone happy.
people like that don't leave office. They're either thrown out
or murdered.
or
I was being politic.
yeah, politic.
Being
being
politic.
He was being politic. So that's what's happening over there in that part of the world. Speaking of the bridge there in Ukraine, you guys saw that?
So I was watching in the Discord actually. We had
Wasn't
some
it a bridge in
sleuths
Russia? I keep hearing different
in
stories.
the
bro.
Crimea.
It's the Crimea. It's the bridge linking Russia to Crimea. Russia
What
built
is
it.
Russia?
Russia
Fair.
built it. Russia built it in 2018 after it annexed illegally Crimea, which is Ukraine. And
Gotta
everything
get
was
those Tatars.
and everything was intentional. Obviously, they had in mind this infrastructure to bring in reinforcements for whatever reason. Now we understand the reason. Obviously,
So the bridge was blown up.
it was blown up.
By-
Ukraine hasn't taken responsibility for it. We don't know who did it.
Yeah, they did
and how it
through
happened.
Twitter. They're like, we don't know how this happened. Wink, wink. Have you seen their tweets?
Have you seen the videos?
But have you? Yeah.
No,
have
but
you
the
seen
Ukrainians were fucking celebrating. Obviously,
Have you seen the tweets though? It's a little ridiculous, bro. The official Ukraine tweet to tweet stuff like LOL and twerking and shit. It's fucking weird, bro.
They're not.
It's fucking. You haven't seen the
Twerking?
Ukraine tweet? All kinds of weird shit. It's like children running it. Yeah, it's like the same guy that runs the Wendy's Twitter runs Ukraine's national Twitter account. It's fucking absurd.
The Wendy's
anyway, this
this
happened,
out.
and it didn't take long before Russia responded. So they're shelling Ukraine on a daily
Oh
basis.
my god.
Okay, I'm starting to think that the war is fake at this point because they're shelling Ukraine, right? Wasn't fucking Shakhtar Donetsk playing yesterday in Donetsk
In Donetsk. Is
against
Donetsk-
Real Madrid?
Yeah, but
Am I
is
crazy?
Is Donetsk being...
Poseidon, look that
shelled?
up.
Who? Sorry.
Shakhtar Donetsk.
How do you spell that?
I think I miss you, bro.
Versus who?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Official
Madrid.
When was this? Yesterday.
Where were they playing?
Who's on the left? Which team is on the left?
Ukrainian Premier League. Shakhtar Donetsk is on the left.
Yeah, but am I
They're
nuts?
maybe they have a temporary home arena.
Check that out. What was the arena? What
I'm
stadium was it
asking
playing
a
in?
lot of Poseidon.
So the Nesc versus Real Madrid. Which stadium?
No, just
think
if you
it's
type
like-
it in, it's gonna say it. If you look at the match card.
UEFA Champions League. What the fuck?
Okay.
I want to see the
UEFA. Anyways, whatever. While
Ukraine.
while you're looking at that, yeah. So the situation has escalated now in Russia. A couple weeks ago, the Russian troops, and we spoke about this on the show. The Russian troops were fleeing.
Oh my God, he
Ukraine.
wasn't joking.
I wasn't joking.
This is the Ukrainian government. Jeez, Russian strikes are not revenge.
I told you. I told you.
Wait, is it a translation?
I don't know.
Maybe it's a translation from Ukrainian. And
It's not a translation.
What's Ukrainian for G's?
I don't know,
they
maybe
played
have
in,
No,
a
no, no.
slang
They always fuck
for-
around. No. Look, they always fuck
No, this
around.
is in English.
They played in Warsaw, Poland.
Oh, they played in Poland.
The Stadion Wojska Polskiego.
Okay, I'm more comfortable with that because I'm like, what the fuck's
Oh my
happening?
God.
Yeah. Okay.
Wasted.
Wasted. Yeah, I told you.
Grand
It's like the
Theft Army
Wendy's account.
Russia, wasted.
Yeah, I told
Bro,
you.
I'm following. This is amazing.
Maybe it was
told you.
hacked.
No, this is just
fuck,
brain
bro, I'm getting
propaganda.
really pissed off. It's been like that since the beginning of the war. That's what I'm trying to tell you, George. But you're not paying attention. I'm the only one paying attention to real news.
Clearly, the Ukraine is not weak on Twitter.
Well, the Ukraine. You mean American taxpayers are not weak because America's
Oh
fighting.
my God.
This is a proxy war, bro. That is America.
So
This
anyway,
is the greatest thing
that
on
is
the
truly-
internet.
Sick burn.
Yeah.
So, anyways, things have gotten well. Not that they weren't serious before, but I mean, when we thought that Russian soldiers were kind of fleeing, and we saw that, right? They were abandoning even their arms and were just running away. They're like, "Fuck this shit." They just went and found any Tom, Dick, and Harry. They
Yeah.
trained them for a week to pilot a tank.
Yeah.
and
You
they
there,
sent them-
Oleg, you go to war.
and they
Okay.
sent them into Ukraine. Anyways,
Yeah, you know why? Because they thought we can handle this. We're fighting Ukrainians.
So
and as
now-
soon as they went in, they said, "Nah, bro, you're
Yeah.
fighting trillions of American dollars."
yeah. So now the solution for Russia is don't put any troops. We're not going to lose anyone else. Get the boats and just shell Ukraine senselessly.
Which is bad too, because now you're not even going to kill soldiers. Now you're going to kill innocent people,
Civilians. Well,
that's
which
the
makes
thing.
you even more of a villain.
Exactly. So I mean, there's an immediate contradiction to what Putin was saying, that they had targeted military and terrorist targets.
Not anymore.
Yeah, you're bombing fucking playgrounds, and
Yeah, I don't like that.
It was really horrible to see.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
They're
you
posting
imagine- sorry.
memes.
They're posting Lord of the Rings memes related to bridges. These are official. These are official government accounts. You
bridges.
don't
They
understand,
wrote the
guys.
bridges.
This is the fucked up timeline. We're living in a. This is in. People are dying, and they're like, "Bro, what about Gandalf?" This is crazy.
Hey,
Bro,
did
look at
we speaking of
Look at this.
speaking
This
of
is
Look at the
wild.
TV.
Yeah, I saw. What do we want? Freeze Europe. Anything else? There's visas.
What
No, but the
fuck?
you shall not pass is solid, like on the Kherson Bridge.
yeah. Did we speak about the annexation of the eastern regions of Ukraine on
You
last
say
episode?
annexation. It was a vote.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did
we
speak
did
about
speak
it,
about.
yeah.
We spoke about how there was security footage taken from buildings where you had soldiers rushing in, getting everyone pulling out to go vote.
Yeah,
At
I love
gunpoint.
that. That's just.
Go vote.
Yeah, they got
That's
it. They
just
go,
the
guys,
machine working.
we're in the
That's
middle of a war here.
democracy.
We need you to vote.
Yeah. Your vote counts now more than ever.
Yeah.
Uncle Oleg needs you.
If it was fake, they wouldn't force him to vote.
There you go.
They
They
would
wouldn't
just
even
make
need
up
the
votes.
vote.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now the argument is because they're illegally annexed and technically now they're considered, if we look at it from Russian
The
perspective,
greatest account on the internet.
because it's not considered Russian soil, all conflict on it. Is Russia going to come out and say, "Oh, look, Ukrainians are on Russian soil"?
Yeah, they're gonna.
You know what I mean? So
they're gonna
there's
go
a bunch
back
of
and
these
forth.
arguments that are gonna. Well, they've already started
But
coming out.
why does that matter? Like, yeah, we saw it.
Well,
Like,
like,
who cares? Because
Because now,
what are we scared of? That Russia's going to say, "Oh, that's an act of war."
Yeah, I
You're
mean-
in a war.
Yeah, no, but for Russia and their own propaganda, they're justifying their actions because Ukrainians are now
Occupying their territory.
Yeah, you know what I mean. They're creating conflict on their land that is legally Russian, right? So
He keeps saying such sarcasm as if this whole conflict is very black and white. It's not black and white.
It's not at all. It's a
At all
very
black and white.
confusing
This is a
conflict.
very.
it is very
there's-
confusing, and the
Russians-
propaganda is just through the roof.
I'll say what I
Putin
said.
got played.
I'll
The
say-
United States of America played the military
They baited
industrial.
him.
They baited him.
Hard.
They played him so hard, bro. and now he's in
He's cornered. He's boxed
cornered.
into a corner.
He played his role for their interests perfectly.
That's why I hate Zelensky, because he's part of this and he's willing to sacrifice his own people. People are dying. Why? Because Zelensky loved being a pawn so that they could get rid of Putin. But the thing is, I would not be
Kanye
willing.
tried to tell us.
I would not be willing to sacrifice one of my fucking people
No
to
kidding.
destabilize another country. I don't give a fuck. But for the military-industrial complex, this guy on fucking the cover of Vogue, he sacrificed his own people. So they're both, in my book, garbage. Every time a Ukrainian guy dies now, or woman, garbage, bro. Garbage. They're garbage people.
I
that
agree.
don't
Also,
give
what
a
do you
fuck.
expect from these politicians? Like, it's to be expected. This always happens.
It's okay if you have nothing to add, Poseidon. It's a...
It's like, no, but I mean, it's like...
He's not wrong that this is
You
happening.
know what I mean? Like,
again,
did you expect
unfortunately.
anything different from these people? Seriously, did you honestly expect
Yes.
them not to
Like
send...
I laugh
Yes.
when
to
I
actually-
see stuff like because
Yes.
he's not wrong, right?
Yes.
He's not articulating it clearly, like because he was so emotional about it. Because he's like, "This is so terrible." I'm standing up for him. He was so heartbroken.
Thank you, Phil.
By the loss of Ukrainian life for nothing, that he couldn't even articulate.
They're burying my trident.
What you expect? It's so sad. But people, I saw on Twitter people saying, "Oh, at least we're not in another Cold War." Dude, this is a Cold War.
This is a hot war, Phil.
No. But for the rest of us, it's a Cold War. We're not at war. There's no shells hitting my home. It's a
Yet.
Cold War. Because even
Yet.
during the Cold War, there
If
were
you live in Montreal North.
Yeah,
Hold
but
on.
think of it.
But even during the Cold War, there were active fronts of war, of hot war.
there were,
No, it was
but
the Cold War.
but economically, this one
What
has
about Greece?
This is a... What?
Greece was the Civil War was not part of the Cold War. That wasn't a fucking war.
No, the Cold War. Look, all these terms, they're all American-centric. Whether you like it or not, that's the truth. It refers to them.
I agree to that.
So
It
the
was
Cold
it was
War
a
was an
propaganda
American
of the
Cold War,
West.
and when they wanted to go to war, they had proxy wars. Right now, the reason why it's a hot war is because technically it's still an American proxy.
It is a
Ukraine.
proxy war.
However, Russia's not using a proxy.
That's
Russia's in it themselves. So if they feel too cornered and they start dropping nukes, we're all fucked.
That's true.
That's what I'm scared of. But the Cold War, someone told me, he's like, bro, my dad served in the Cold War. That doesn't mean it's a Cold War.
he a
Where did he
spy?
serve? Yeah, where
Was
did he
he a
serve?
spy?
Coffee, bro. Serving coffee. There's nothing to be impressed about.
But speaking
Was this a Greek person? Was this a Greek person?
Who said this?
Because my
Who said
grandfather
this? Do I
served
know
in the
this
Cold War.
person?
Actually served in the Cold War.
But speaking,
Served in the
speaking,
Cold War.
just to bounce off what you said about the
He
nukes,
served in the Cold War.
because
What's his name?
because the US is pushing the idea that we're
they're all bros, yeah.
we're very close
Yeah,
to
yeah,
a nuclear war, and they're pushing that kind of propaganda,
That shit scares
right?
me, yeah.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. There's an article that came out today in the Journal de Montréal. Let me just take a look at the.
Hold
the
on, before you
date.
continue,
Tuesday.
I want to make sure I understood because everyone's laughing. I just want to make sure I understood. Did you say there's a lot of stuff coming about a nuclear war, and then you brush aside? You're like, yeah, but I read this article from Journal de Montréal.
No.
So we're
What-
no longer at threat of war because Journal de Montréal wrote an article.
No, what Journal de Montréal is writing
I
about.
read the article. He's making a good point because they're saying that how are we
Because
supposed to stop the nuclear?
What?
It's not even in French.
The article basically contradicts Joe Biden because Joe Biden has been coming out and saying the presence of nuclear war is more close than ever before. Blah
Yes.
blah
Who
blah.
said that? Joe Biden? Joe Biden.
Okay.
But the information that we're getting from the American Secret Service is not that, right?
Doesn't
They
sound so
don't-
secret.
Yeah, I was just about
Yeah, I
to
mean-
fuck. I hate you.
So they don't believe that this is actually going to happen, or that Russia would waste any nuclear weapons in this
I
conflict,
mean, waste.
No.
or use whatever.
But that's what you keep forgetting. You keep they wouldn't if they were one-on-one against the Ukraine. Right now, the Ukraine is just a proxy. The Ukraine are being used as puppets, and they're losing their homes and their lives. Okay, but in general, that's why I feel terrible for the Ukrainian people because they're losing lives. But the people that are actually funding this war
them.
is the U.S., the UK. Who else is on that side we were looking at last
What
time?
happened to all those nationalists, like
But-
the
but
fascists
look- but
that
guys,
were in the Ukraine?
They're
let
both
me-
still there. They both have Nazis. They keep saying they both have Nazis, bro.
both
Both
have
sides have
Nazis.
Nazis.
Yeah, they all have extremists. But this is the interesting thing about the article because the article starts by saying, well, this is what Joe Biden's saying, but CIA is saying the opposite. And then if you go further down the article, he says, but let's remember other times in history that the CIA was really wrong. Like
Okay,
off.
let's do this. I
You
want to
know?
do this thought experiment.
The 13th of October, 1950, CIA reassured President Truman at the time that China would not send troops to Korea.
that worked out well. 6
days later, a million soldiers walked into Korea.
That was the Cold
There was
Korean
that
War,
time
right?
the CIA said they would not assassinate a sitting president. Bah, Kennedy.
So 19th of September 1962, CIA tells Kennedy that
We're not going to
crisis.
shoot you if you
Yeah.
go to Dallas.
the deployment of nuclear missiles in Cuba.
Yeah.
that the Soviet had absolutely no intention on deploying nuclear missiles in Cuba, and we all
Cuban
know
Missile
what.
Crisis. Yeah, we got it. Next.
1978, August 1978,
78.
CIA.
What happened in 78?
Oh yeah,
That's when everyone got AIDS?
No, CIA
No.
confirms that there was no pre-revolutionary sentiment in Iran.
No.
6 months later, we all saw what happened, right? They stormed the.
But
the
that
US,
was the CIA who was
they
pumping
stormed
that.
the U.S. embassy.
What if all
The
of
CIA
these were
set
the
that
CIA?
up. Yeah,
they
the
always
CIA is
say
the
the
one-
opposite of what they're going to
Yeah,
do.
they put in the what's his name,
They're gaslighting
Ayatollah.
us.
Yeah, they're fucking gaslighting us.
79.
You don't have to go through them. We get it.
yeah,
They're wrong a
Whatever.
lot.
Ayatollah,
Yeah.
There's a whole
That's
list
still my
over
favorite
here of
joke from
shit
Simpsons.
that.
Simpsons.
Yeah. There you go. So interesting article. So who's right, who's wrong? We still don't know. And of
I
course,
mean, I feel like we deep down inside we know.
no. But given what we've seen lately from Biden, I mean, it's so difficult to take anything that comes out of this man's mouth seriously. I mean, he's not
how could
okay.
you?
He's
You
not
can't
doing.
understand what he's saying.
He's not doing okay. He's really not doing okay.
So
And
when Trump was saying this, you were all saying that he's too aggressive and it's not true.
when he's saying what?
That he's a fucking senile old man. He doesn't know where he is.
Oh, okay, about Biden. Okay,
Yeah.
because he also
Sleepy
said,
Joe.
Because he also said that Russia's our friend.
Russia
Russia
was friends up until this shit.
Russia's like a friend of me.
Yeah, Russia was a friend.
they're
and
there if
they
you need
annexed
them, but don't fuck with
Crimea,
them.
You know what I mean? And nobody, everyone turned a
But
blind
hold
eye.
on. But you said Russia's a friend, but they annexed Crimea. This is my question to you.
Can we say annexed properly, please?
Yeah, but what does that have to do with the U.S.?
Annexed-
Yeah,
What does
it's
that have to do with the
not
U.S.?
I'm just
The
saying
U-
back then, but
Crimea
no,
is
but
not part of
yeah.
NATO. Hold on a second.
Crimea is not part
I'll
of,
tell you right
not
now
a
about
country.
France. Northern Cyprus is still occupied by NATO ally
You're telling him.
Turkey. Hold on. Where is everyone's fucking aggression towards Turkey right now? Where's the sadness?
What about
They're
the
still
Azeris and the
occupied.
Armenians?
No,
Well-
they still occupied.
well-
That piece of shit Zelensky was speaking in the Greek parliament. Do you remember when they had him in video
Yeah,
and they were saying
yeah.
that stick together? And then the second he said, we can't allow this to happen. Free countries getting annexed or this and that.
Oh.
So then when they mentioned, they said, how do you feel about Cyprus, Northern Cyprus? What did he do? I can't hear that well. Good. So get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Yeah. I don't play that shit.
Can't criticize
play
Turkey
that
because Turkey
I'm the
now
only
is
one I'm the only one telling the fucking truth.
because Turkey now has taken up the role as a mediator in that conflict.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
what are you gonna do? You're gonna
mediate
talk
this.
about fucking Turkey, which again, and is whatever.
How can you, in your right mind, allow Turkey to be a mediator for anything?
By the way, because they came in as a mediator to fix the issue of maritime transport, right? Because there was no cargo leaving, so they came in and they kind of fixed that, right? But
I mean,
now
they share a
the
large border with that waterway, right?
yeah, well, it has to cross through Turkey, but whatever. They came in as a mediator. But then there was an article I read, I should have pulled it out. Anyways, there was an article that I read. There was an article I read last week to the effect that Russia, because they had occupied all this territory, right? They had invaded the Ukraine. They were selling grains in the black market to fund their war.
That's kind of fucking low budget hilarious.
It's very
You understand?
Russian.
It's like everything is blocked. The entire world is not getting anything. Meanwhile, Russia is selling it in black market.
Come here,
They're like, "Here."
Nikolai, you want some grains, bro? I got grains.
Yeah, we
It's,
have it now. We have it. It's our land now. We
Yeah.
occupy. We give you the grain.
You want black
What
market
accent
grains?
was that?
Yeah, that was
That was your
not-
father-in-law.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. That was a
We
village.
have grain, you have grain,
Yeah.
we get grain.
Hey, welcome to the Russia.
Hey, vámonos, güey.
Vámonos.
You want some wheat?
Welcome to St. Petersburg,
Sorry, bro.
Holmes.
This guy's
Santo
African.
Pietroburg.
This guy.
No, but that's his shtick. That's his thing.
It's all
He's-
African.
He has a gift for accents.
all accents are African.
What are you talking? So subtle. The nuance.
Yeah.
Give me Taiwan.
Why are you gay?
Hey, let the master work.
My friend, welcome to Taiwan.
Perfect. Spot on.
We
Spot on.
are not Chinese. They are different people.
Now watch this. Watch this transition.
Oh my god.
Pacific Islander.
Oh shit, this one's easy.
Yeah.
Hey, Holmes, welcome to Pacific Islands.
Bro, it's like being there.
Yeah.
East LA.
Oh, East LA's easy. You step in the wrong neighborhood,
No, not
man.
Vancouver. Not Vancouver. East LA. All right. So I think my point
Oh
is
my
proven.
goodness.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Thank you very much, sir. Yes.
so that's what's happening in that.
Sorry. It came after. Welcome to East LA.
Welcome to Far East LA.
Far East.
Let's talk very quickly because we didn't get a chance to talk about this last week.
We didn't do anything last week.
We didn't. We had no show last week.
I just
So
letting you know. I don't
we,
know if you knew that.
we didn't
Oh, yeah,
talk
sure.
about. Oh fuck! The clip.
What was
just-
that?
It was a clip.
Bro, are
on
you
the-
trying to murder us,
Yeah.
bro?
Yeah, that almost went in my eye.
He's busting
Bro,
his
are
lips
you
in
trying
here.
to
In his eye,
assassinate?
it went off the curtain.
Are you trying to
bro.
assimilate?
Inseminate? You trying to inseminate me, bro?
So last week obviously we didn't have no show, so we didn't talk about the elections in Quebec. I know you guys didn't
Oh,
go
yeah.
vote.
Don't mind me. I'm gonna fix the central cam. Keep going.
Yeah. Elections. Ooh, I'm out.
Hold on. There's nothing wrong with the
Oh, the
central
central
cam.
cam's fine. Please don't mess around.
Yeah.
What? What do you mean it's not working?
Crooked.
What's crooked?
It's
Whoa,
your-
No,
it's
it's
your-
fine, bro.
it's
But
your
he shouldn't
OCD,
even be
bro.
on the
It's-
central cam that long anyway. But it's fine.
your OCD. It's your OCD.
Yeah, it's your OCD.
It's off center.
It's okay. Whatever. Anyway, so elections last week. The results, I don't think surprised anyone. Status quo.
I said
CAC
this months ago. No one listens to me.
CAC made government. Liberals maintain the opposition. QS second opposition.
Opposition. That's a big quote.
You know, forget about the numbers and results. Let's just go straight to the meat.
Straight to the CAC.
Because we spoke about this several times on this episode. How Dominic Anglade. It was a four-way race between the Conservatives, PQ, Quebec Solidaire, and Liberals based on the numbers on the polling that was coming out. There was a four-way race for second place, so in opposition. And Dominic Anglade comes out as soon as the elections end. I had said, I went public on this show and even on mine. I was convinced that on the night of the elections or the day after, she would resign because I was suspecting a terrible loss, which it was a terrible loss. I mean,
it's
she
pretty
lost
bad.
she lost 10 seats compared to 2018. So, anyways, but she played it as if she won the election. I don't know if you guys saw it. If you guys
did.
were watching election night, she came out hopping and jumping and high fiving and hugging everyone and saying,
We lost.
yeah, saying Quebecers trusted us to be the official opposition. La la. It's like, what the fuck are you talking
What are you
about?
gonna
I like
oppose
that.
with
That's
like
mental
20
stuff.
seats?
Because the fight became, everyone knew that the CAC was making government. And obviously, nobody came out and said, "Well, look, at this point, we're gonna strive to get the opposition." Nobody came out to say that, but secretly, everybody was fighting for that second place, right? And the fact that she won, she came out and she was happy about it, right? And she's like, "We're gonna show people that we're gonna be effective and we're gonna do the work in the coming weeks and months, and we're gonna be the best opposition." And I'm thinking, is this speech
They gave her the wrong one?
indicating is it indicative that she's staying on as a leader? Because
I really hope
what I'm hearing from the ground and from the members and from the other people is that they want her out. So I'm not so sure how delusional she is.
After the election results came out, which I mean, we all knew. What's up? Right away?
Because he was asking a question.
Oh, okay.
And I was,
Bro, I'm watching what's happening in France right now. I'm sorry.
No, like all of us kind of knew. I think we knew what was going to happen. Maybe
Yeah.
not the exact numbers, but we had a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
And exactly what happened. If you look at a map of Quebec, an electoral map, and how the voting is spread out, how just for George, this question: how you can look at that map, look at these results, and then look back on the last couple years and still pretend like we're not living in a fucking farce?
It's
It's ridiculous. I think what's the official numbers? I'm not like, correct me if I'm off, but I think like almost half the population of the province lives in the greater Montreal area. Almost half.
No.
of the
Almost
province?
half. Yeah.
No.
There's like what, 5 million people who live in Montreal in the GMA?
No,
I thought
what are you
it's like
talking
2
about,
million
man?
people.
No, it's less than 3 million. It's
Yeah,
like
like 2 something.
And what's
Yeah.
the population of Quebec?
8.
No, the first number's wrong. Check. Well, either
Oh,
way,
actually, Phil is right. 4 million.
Greater Montreal, 5 million. 4 million.
Montreal metropolitan area. Yeah.
So that includes Montreal, Laval, South Shore.
maybe not Brossard, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe not Brossard, but yeah, Montreal and
Montreal has 1.3 million
Yeah, it
people.
doesn't make the
Just
numbers don't
island.
add up.
No,
just the
city.
island, just the island.
Yeah,
The city of Montreal has 1.3, but that doesn't include parts of the West Island. TMR doesn't get counted in that.
Really?
Yeah, they're not
TMR
part-
doesn't get counted
No,
in
it's-
city.
I thought the
on
whole
the
island-
yes, but in the greater Montreal area has about what, 4 million?
Actually, sorry, if you take, I'm looking at the Google Maps right now. Okay, so if you take the
It's gonna
whole
be very
island,
complicated. For
Yeah?
nothing.
because bro, because we're complicated. So Westmount doesn't count. TMR doesn't count. You're right. Côte Saint Luc doesn't count,
Yeah, they're in the,
It's
yeah,
the
and the
cities
West
that
Island
demerged.
doesn't count. A part of the city of Montreal.
Yeah.
Ile Bizarre for some reason counts, which is
These
fuck-
are in
anyways.
part of Montreal, yeah. part of the,
And
yeah.
Montreal East, like
Anjou, I think.
like I think Anjou doesn't
Ville d'Anjou,
count.
yeah.
Just that
Okay, this is neither here nor there. My point being,
is 1 point. Hold on, is 1.78 million.
just that.
Just that.
That's not including Laval. That's not including
So
the
I
demerged
just wanna see
cities.
the greater
that's not including
Montreal
the
area.
South Shore. And if you look at the map, what's red, what's blue? I mean, consider some of the orange too. You have that. That's almost half the province living in this area. look at the seat distribution. Look at how seats are like. It's not per person.
Oh,
Your
shit.
individual vote doesn't count for
Greater Montreal area, it literally includes
talking.
even past Laval. Even past Laval and Brossard and Longueuil and all that.
That's
Sure,
way
some
too
of those-
big. It's
some
way
of
too
those-
big.
Way too big,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Way too
who
big.
knows
Whatever, it doesn't
Let's
matter.
talk about Mirabel. Yeah, it's too big.
Who knows?
Whatever.
My
that-
point
yeah.
is, in this metropolitan area, I mean, the Liberals still won. Whether they're a good party or a bad party, that's not the question. But then you see
Well, they
that
lost seats in Laval.
4 million voters.
Yeah.
How many total seats? I mean, not even a third of the total seats in Quebec. Like, it's disproportionate. So,
Yeah.
So what's the fucking point?
So here's the thing, and this is
you
this.
understand what I'm
Are
trying
you
to say?
suggesting that we separate?
No.
No, I'm not. It's Balaban. No, it's not Balarama.
But yeah, fucking idiot.
Hey, you know
so-
what?
well,
After
say
seeing
that
those
loud.
fucking results, part of me is like, I get what he's playing at. Like, I understand what he means.
you
We're
can't.
clearly
No
our
one
own.
hates Balarama wholeness more than George.
I don't
know,
hate the
I
guy.
know.
No, hate is a big word, guys.
Stop, bro.
No, no.
Every second.
No,
you
I
hate-
know.
You know how I know you hate him?
I just think he's
'Cause-
delusional. That's
Yeah,
all.
I get a message from him. He's like, "Yo, check out George's Instagram story." I go and it's like, "Look at this fucking
Yeah.
doofus right
I never
here."
said that.
It's when he came out. It's when he came out and
Look,
said a lot of
paraphrasing,
voters
George.
told me they wanted to support me,
Yeah.
but they supported the Liberals.
Who
George
talks
is
to
like,
you,
"Look at
bro?
this fucking idiot."
But George is right though. Stop lying. A lot of people came and told me, "I like you, bro, but I'm not voting for
Yeah,
you."
the
That's
point.
the dumbest
yeah,
thing.
the 0.19%, bro, that you got
hold on,
on
hold
the
on.
island of Montreal.
But hold on, bro, because you put him on blast in your story, and then you listen to the video that the guy's talking. The guy seems chill. He's
No, he seems chill. But what George was mad about is
It's
that
the
He
content.
he answered you once, eh?
he
did once, yeah.
He said, "What's your problem?"
And George is
dog?"
like, "I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I love the N people." And he's like, "What?"
I think it's completely
we still
delusional.
need to make sure it's
But
about
to go,
that.
but to go back to what you're saying,
What'd I say?
what you
What'd I
say,
say?
but to go back to what you're saying, the main issue that came out after this election,
But you
because see, the
understand the
pollsters,
issues that I'm bringing up.
But here's the thing, because the pollsters weren't that off this time around, right? Everyone from Liberal, PQ, Quebec Solidaire, and the Conservative Party, they were more or less around 14%. They were polling around 14%, and that's pretty much what they ended up with.
The very fact
So
that you're
the-
having this conversation and saying what you're saying proves to me that you don't understand what I'm saying.
Let me finish my point.
You just don't get it.
So
man.
the main issue right now is how did because from the parties that made it into the parliament, the Liberals have the least amount of popular vote. The only thing is that because so much more concentrated on the island, they ended up with 21 seats. Quebec Solidaire, that got more popular vote, ended up with 11. The PQ, that got more vote than the Liberals, ended up with 3. And the Conservative Party, that got about 13%, so we're talking about 1 percentage point difference,
60,000
got,
votes
Zero.
or something.
got 0.
How does that even work?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So the issue right now, the main issue is: do we need to change? Do we need an electoral reform in Quebec? Do we need
100%,
do we
across
need a
Canada
proportional
also.
system?
Like, I'm not
There's pros
okay
and-
with
look-
living in a society where 40%, sorry, let's say 40%, yeah, 40% of the population has more power than the other 60%.
Because what you're saying isn't wrong either. When you're looking at the distribution of votes, when you're seeing how much.
You have these fucking regions that have
Yeah,
like
exactly. How
1%
much vote-
of the population of Côte-des-Neiges split into 6 seats.
Because yeah,
Listen
you.
to me, nerds.
No, because-
elect me emperor. I will. take
because
care
they
of
also the regions in Quebec have much less electors than like a riding in the region, for example, has much less
Yeah,
electors
George,
than a
I-
riding in Montreal.
I
So
know.
the vote that they get over there counts way more, has more weight
That's
than
what-
a riding in Montreal.
That's what he's saying.
And then
Yeah,
the people
yeah.
in the regions also have, okay, so their vote is worth more, but their education, on average, not all, is not the same as people who live in a metropolitan
Of course,
area.
of course,
Fuck said
of
that?
course,
I don't know
of
about
course,
that.
that-
Have you seen the schooling system, the public schooling system out in the regions? It's a mess.
Yeah, but most of them go to universities, like the big universities. They all go out to Montreal,
What,
and
like
then they go back.
Sherbrooke? Don't say Sherbrooke.
I didn't. Dude, they go to Montreal. They have good
Some
universities.
do, yeah,
though,
okay, and then they become QS voters for 5 minutes while they're living here, and most of them never go back to the regions.
Look, there's
their
pro-
parents continue to vote.
there's pros and cons about the electoral reform.
There's no pros.
They do. A lot
What
of
we
people go
have.
back. Like I now that I'm in the regions that I go a lot, I meet these young people. I ask all kinds of questions. What
What
do
sort of
you do
questions
here?
do you ask? I'm curious.
What do you do here? What's the industry here? How how do you see Montreal? Do you ever go to Montreal? How do you see the big cities, Quebec? So I find
How
out
do they
about
feel
what they're
about
like.
us overall? Like, what's your
They have
general
no
takeaway?
problem. This is the mental stuff happens here. Like we have this weird vision of them that they're pitchforks and they hate this and that. They're normal people. They're just like, yeah, I like it here because
I don't think that
I
they're-
enjoy the freedom more of being out here. I enjoy and also they get paid more. A lot of let's
That's
say you go to
true.
Val d'Or, they have the most millionaires. Like everyone's got money.
I don't even know where
they
Val
work-
d'Or is.
Like
It's really north.
West?
No, it's
North
no,
West?
north.
No, northwest or northeast? Like out towards the.
more north.
Oh, adi que gamisho. So yeah, so
Did you catch that? They synchronized their fucking laughter. They're like women who hang out too
Yeah.
long
so
together.
yeah, they don't make the rules. They go vote for who they feel like voting for, and then they're not going to vote for Quebec Solidaire, obviously, because they have money. So
It's just that like
and Quebec
the,
Solidaire, by the way,
the CAQ is the PQ now. I don't care what anyone says.
no, but
They also
Quebec,
have liberals.
Quebec Solidaire is another dumb reason because you lose a lot of votes that someone else could get because you're too dumb and you vote for Quebec Solidaire because you believe in the nonsense. That doesn't
They base
Bro,
themselves on popular.
bro.
They're populist.
Nonsense. There's adults with jobs that actually believe, yeah, we're gonna create money out of nowhere, and you're gonna get it. They're like, this sounds awesome. It's fake. It's nonsense.
The fact that they consider an ultra rich person being someone that has over $1 million in assets.
assets.
Yeah.
Yeah, assets, not
Gro-
income. Assets.
not gross assets, like not.
So you're an extreme millionaire, George.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but
And you have a home.
Judging by them, yeah.
You're fucking a.
So, yeah.
You're a
So-
If you bought
monster.
a house,
no. But think about it. The idea of taxing someone's assets.
it's crazy. It's communism.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
And forget about like, because the whole premise of Quebec Solidaire is a bigger public sector, right? The public service,
Which doesn't work. The public
okay?
sector is broken.
Which means that it's more money that the state has to put in, right? I mean, they get paid by the state. So, and this is where they got a little bit fucked in their proposal because immediately the CAQ came out with statistics. Oh yeah, you're gonna tax someone's assets, and they went and found a retired public servant from the Quebec government. Like your average public servant that has had like a 20, 30 year career in the public service that retires at the age of 60, if they've bought a house 20 years ago, for example, valued at $300,000 or $400,000, it's probably worth about $800,000 now,
Yeah.
plus their retirement, their fund, and all that stuff.
They're-
They're worth more than $1 million. So
Yeah.
are you going to tax these people, the public servants?
They will. If they could, but they won't because they're
Yeah.
they're
They're
not
never
going to
gonna
get
get
it.
enough power. Yeah.
Anyway, so this is what's wrong with this fucking party. But anyway, all that to say, I feel really bad for the Conservative Party because this guy, in a matter of 7 months, brought the party from non-existence, like literally. And by the way, for those watching, it's not a new party. The Conservative Party of Quebec existed. It was just non-existent. You know, it was nowhere to be seen. They would get
rebranded
less than.
them.
Yeah, they would get like about 0.40%, 0.5%
So
of the vote.
he took him from not existing to being the talk of the town to not existing.
Well, it's not that they're not existing now. I mean, they still got 13% of the vote.
How many seats did they get? George?
0.
They don't exist.
Yeah, well, yeah, but look, they got record fundraising more than any other party. They have much more members than any other party. This is all in
It
7
makes
months.
sense though because all the people who would support a party that doesn't want to tax you more, they have money that they can write off, so they're gonna
No,
get.
everybody wants, unless you're an imbecile.
Most
you
people are imbeciles.
and,
That's the point I'm
and
making.
here's and I'm not saying I'm for or against them. I just think, in terms of fairness, it doesn't make sense that with 13% of the vote,
You get 0 seats.
not only you get 0 seats, okay, you get 0 seats, but you don't even get a fucking budget, like an operations budget for the leader of that party to
Yeah.
be able to do press conferences in
Nothing.
Parliament, to have like a research department, like nothing.
Look,
so that I find is a little unfair.
The system is skewed. What I will say about the Conservative Party is obviously I don't mind cutting tax. I think taxation is theft in the first place. But the problem I had with that party was it felt disorganized, not
was.
The stuff in the media, I don't believe any of that.
No, they were just disorganized.
Well, they
it's not
they
that-
had a bunch of people too that just ended up there and they became they're so controversial.
But you
and,
can't control it. Like Trudeau has friends that are pedophiles. Remember that his best friend. It's not his fault, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can't blame you know what I'm saying. You can't say all liberals are pederasts.
But he didn't
because
denounce
Trudeau
it
had
either.
a-
That's the issue with him. It's not that
Trudeau?
he's Eric Duhem.
Okay.
When all these controversies came out on his
But he
candidates,
shouldn't denounce it. You know why?
and he
Because
said,
then-
"Listen, they're free to do what they want.
But
We
that-
should accept people's freedoms and blah blah blah, and judge them the way."
Can I say something? In that, even though the guy sounds dumb, in that he's kind of right because if you start, where does it end? Do you get it? Like you're sitting there, it's like I believe we shouldn't tax people too much, especially on the overtime, let's say. And then someone comes out and they're just asking random questions. Yeah, what about? So you don't think criminals should go to jail? It's like I didn't say that. Yeah, they should go. What about? It's like, I'm not going to answer. These are.
You can't.
This is stupid. This is my platform. I can't
But
answer
what
random
were
shit.
some of the scandals that came out? I don't
Well,
remember.
there was one guy that there was a video that circulated about him fucking getting like when he was sitting in his living room and Legault was announcing lockdowns.
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
And he got up and it was like, mange la madre. And it was like fucking pointing at his
suck my
dick. And he's
dick.
like, suck this, you
I
fucking
mean, we
prick.
all
Like
did
that.
it.
Yeah, we all did it. I don't care about
And,
that.
But
yeah,
the CAC has an ex-porn star, an amateur porn star.
no, that was
That's-
PQ.
Who
This
cares?
is the PQ.
That's what I'm trying. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
and
cares?
he defended her. The leader defended her.
Which is fine and also
yeah.
strange to me. Like
defended her
It's weird
performance.
how society has changed.
But there was more. There was
Focus, buddy.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
there was a bunch of them that compared the
no, I'm just
lockdown
reading
to
something, don't worry
Nazi
about it.
Germany. Like there's a bunch of these kind of people, you know. Anyways, any case,
Anytime I saw a Conservative Party of Quebec or whatever, what were they actually called?
yeah, Conservative Party of Quebec, yeah.
Poster anywhere, it was one of two things. Either they had written "Fuck you, trans rights matter," which I don't remember hearing any of them talk about trans rights
They didn't.
at all.
They didn't. But
They
people
didn't.
are believing in
believe
nonsense.
But their leader is fucking openly gay. He's the like,
Whoa.
who?
Whoa.
What?
Whoa. We don't throw that term around here loosely.
Okay, sure.
Stuff like openly. No, he's gay. He's just gay.
You're just gay.
Okay.
Not
Openly.
gay,
Whoa,
he's just-
whoa.
Oh, he's
There's
openly,
no-
like he said,
Whoa,
like,
whoa,
you-
whoa,
whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
whoa.
whoa. There's no. That's George's statement. There's no such thing as openly not. You're gay. You're gay. We're all cool with it.
Yeah.
We don't have a problem with
He's
you're
non-binary,
open or
fully
closed.
homosexual.
Okay. anyways,
He's,
yeah.
you,
can't decide if he's
trying to
open
say
or
that he's
closed.
open for business, George? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what he got. He got fucked. Speaking of signs, I will say something.
How is that science?
Quebec, no signs.
Oh wait, I didn't finish.
But I have to cut you
The
off
second
because
one's
it makes
good.
sense.
Okay, go
It
on.
makes sense. You could
All
tag
right,
on
all
this.
right.
Quebec Solidaire, which says that they're about people and nature. They're the only signs I still see on Saint Laurent. They're the ones that didn't take off their fucking signs. They lost, so they just left them all there. That stupid, what's his name? The Spanish guy in,
Fontecilla?
yeah, whatever the fuck his name is.
Fontecilla.
His face is everywhere. It's on the floor. He didn't pay to go get them fucking removed. So
Goddamn
fuck you,
address.
Quebec Solidaire. You guys are garbage.
That was actually my second point. I've noticed that all of the parties in my neighborhood, none of them have taken down their fucking
Yeah.
signs, and some really unfortunate things are happening to the Conservative Party signs.
no, but I can't have
like
plastic
there's
bags.
a lot of holes being drawn and
I
cut
can't.
out.
Oh, they're fucking them.
Yeah.
I can't have.
Like bad.
I can't have plastic bags at the grocery store because it pollutes.
Yeah.
But you can pollute the city with your fucking shitty faces.
But a lot of them now they don't use the
make an excellent point.
chloroplast.
Yeah, they all still do. They all
don't
still
they
do.
use like environment friendly bullshit in
They
Bro,
do
it's
not.
all
No, it's
like
all
a
nonsense.
biodegradable thing.
That's all greenwashing. It's all bullshit.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
If it
Lotto.
I wish we were using
Greenwashing. I like that term.
Jorge Rosales brought up
They
the Lotto.
pretend to be eco-conscious. What do you say?
I passed by the cafe this morning and I heard that playing the Lotto is all the rage right now because I think a Lotto Max or something the number's so high.
Was it stupid?
Like yeah, it's
I'll play
getting,
right
it's
now.
getting
Fuck
really
it.
high.
I never play, but I'll
so you can play online. You have an account set up.
Yeah, I like to play slots sometimes when I'm sad.
I'm never gonna play. Says he has an account set up.
I don't play the lottery.
Well,
I play the slots.
don't play with slots.
Bro, I'm a degenerate. I'm
That's
not like a
degen.
casual gambler. When I gamble, I gamble.
So they're saying that. I don't know. I'm pretty lucky
No.
with the thing. Maybe I'll play.
What's the thing? Lotto Max, you have it there.
Few
Lotto
millions.
Max is 70 million.
$70 million, ladies.
When
and
is it
gentlemen.
for?
October
changing.
14th.
You're right. What was that? What's going on right now?
2 days. So
What was
What was
Friday.
that
I'm gonna
disgusting
play it
behavior?
tomorrow.
I hate that you
I don't like
caught
to
that.
wait.
What was that, bro?
Santerica fell in my mouth.
Oh, bro, that's a disgusting behavior. I hate that you caught that. If you saw that shit, bro.
What happened?
I didn't say anything.
Like, come on, man.
Poseidon, bring a water.
You're such a fucking germaphobe, bro. Man.
Him? He's not a germaphobe at all.
It's not that I'm a germaphobe. It's that every time I turn around, he's doing something. It's like a kid. You leave a kid there, he's picking his nose and eating it. It's like a child. You have to constantly watch him. He's gonna fucking douse himself in battery acid.
We don't do
He's gonna
that.
Can I
set
tell
himself
you
on fire.
a weird, gross kid story? A second.
Shit.
No. I don't want
I mean, it's not super
Do it,
gross.
do it. Yeah.
My littlest, she's I'm
probably cute.
I'm watching the day.
It's
I'm like,
cute
what are
gross.
you doing? She's like, I'm picking my nose.
Okay.
I was like,
I pick
I'm
my
like,
nose.
don't pick your nose. I'll bring you Kleenex. I reach for the Kleenex. She goes like this. She eats it. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like,
there's
I'm
no way.
sorry, Daddy. So she tries to like spit it out,
You don't do that
and then
shit.
like she wanders off.
Do what?
right? She
What his
comes
daughter
back.
did.
She ate her booger. So she comes back and she's doing this.
Oh no!
I was like, what's wrong? And she kept putting her hand in her mouth. It got stuck in her tooth. It was so gross.
Yeah, he's gagging. He's gagging of all people. Of all people. That's his afternoon, and he's the one gagging.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Non-parents
I'm
are
not
so
that
skittish,
disgusting.
Huh?
Yeah, seriously, man.
You are that disgusting.
Okay,
I'm
there
just
was a
laughing
hair.
because
There was a
it's
hair in my
Normal
mouth.
Tuesday.
Hold on. I need to defend myself. There was a hair in my mouth. What do you want me to do?
Sure,
Just
sure.
have the hair in my mouth, bro. I have to remove it.
Oh, you filmed it too?
Otherwise, no.
Not watching that.
Come on, bro.
It's not for me.
It's so cute though.
He's gonna puke.
I ruined
on, bro.
everyone.
Okay, speaking
Sorry,
of, just so we can wrap up the Quebec elections, so the different parties are going to be sworn in now, all the MNAs.
Okay.
The PQ's leader actually got elected, which nobody was expecting, but he did, and good for him. So now the whole Paul Saint-Pierre Plamondon, yeah. So
It's a good name,
So
though.
now the whole thing comes up and this happens every time there's elections in Quebec. You have the Québec solidaire and Parti québécois that all come out and saying, the whole topic comes up on whether or not they should be, giving an oath, swearing an oath to the Queen, or this time around it'll be the King.
Wait, who wants to swear an oath? Quebec Solidaire wants to swear an oath?
Normally they all swear an oath.
They want not to.
I'm with Quebec Solidaire on this.
No,
this
Parti Québec. I'm not sure about Québec solidaire, but Paul Saint-Pierre Plamondon came on and said, "I refuse to swear an oath to the King."
I'm down with him.
But
Down with the patriarchy!
I just don't I just don't know how it works now. I mean, because you have to swear an oath. So
Wait, hold on. I want to swear an oath to the people
and I
of
can't
Quebec.
remember. But I can't remember in 2018 if they swore an oath or not. I can't remember. I think they did their swearing-in ceremony in another room because I don't know how it happened. I can't remember. Sorry, guys. But
Swear an oath to the King, old fat finger Chuck. Get out of here, bro.
so fat finger Chuck. So yeah. Okay. So I got your opinion on that.
I'm with him.
Okay.
Wait, you want to swear an oath to the King?
No, I don't have any.
Seems like you do, though.
No, I don't really have an opinion on it. I mean,
Well, everyone has an
I mean,
opinion.
it's
George.
ceremonial more than anything.
Oh, stop saying that,
Yeah, I
George.
know, he
If
drives me
it's
crazy.
ceremonial more than anything, then this wouldn't be a debate.
Let's not stand on ceremony, George.
Yeah, if it's ceremonial, then it wouldn't matter. It's like, it doesn't matter. But the reason why it's debatable right now is because, no, it's in the charter. This is what we do. Fuck out of
I
here, bro.
understand based on Canada's what's the word I'm looking for? Our system of government.
Yeah.
It's not a real country, yeah.
The fact that we're a constitutional monarchy.
Yeah.
I understand how on a federal level that ceremony may be more important to
But the
the
province-
public.
yeah, but
but
the-
on a provincial level,
Well, the provinces
Fuck
are
that
part
shit.
of it. Hey? Don't
In
forget
just-
they have queen or the king's representatives in provinces as well, right? The lieutenant governor.
Yeah, it just
I
says
forgot about that.
in the Charter of Rights and Freedoms in the law, it says you must, not shall. Yeah, it says you must.
You must not.
Must what?
We were talking about allegiance to the.
Okay,
to
so
the
you
monarch.
must swear
monarch.
allegiance to the
But
monarch.
there's no
Yeah.
French version of it, so maybe they don't know about it. It's fine.
Bro, right here, must this, bro. I'm not. I
Hey,
don't bow
hey,
down.
are you
I bow
running with
down
Eric?
to no man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fire, what was it? Fotiak Etsakuri.
And it's not in the French version. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But not only do I not.
No, there is no French
I
version,
don't
she's
want anyone to bow down to
No,
another
neither
man.
do I.
Unless you're down with that kind of shit. That's cool with me. That's
It's
your
like a
private
sex
life.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's fine.
2022,
Whatever.
yeah.
It's consent.
Let me take you guys on another story. Do you guys remember Tony Accurso?
Vaguely.
Tony Accurso, bro.
The big businessman that was frauding the government, and he was a big developer, and he got caught back with the whole thing with Laval. What was the Laval mayor's name?
Angelopoulos.
No. The mayor.
Vaillancourt.
Vaillancourt. There was a bunch of shit happening, and
Yeah.
Anyways,
Tony the Thief. I remember Tony the Thief.
I don't remember any of this.
yeah,
It's like
well,
maybe
he-
10 years ago.
I mean,
Before my time.
flip on the news, and I mean, his name was all over the place a couple years ago. He got caught.
What did he get caught
with
doing?
fraud and
There's a lot of
bragging, not bragging, bribing politicians.
There's
and
a lot of
anyway.
this.
That's what always happens.
Anyways,
Then he got caught. That's the difference.
he got
Are you
caught.
cold or you have to pee?
After shit.
So go shit. Fuck, thanks for
So
saying
leave
it.
it on the double and go shit. What do you want me to tell you?
Nah, I can hold it.
Okay.
It went away.
For an hour.
I sucked it back in.
Prairie dogging over there.
Yeah. Because I saw him. He's putting his
I know, I
knees
see him
together,
too.
and I thought he's like, I
He
thought he was
just,
cold.
I just assumed he was trying to close his vagina so he wouldn't pee.
Anyway,
No, I clenched my anal muscles.
Your sphincters.
They're very powerful. Go on.
so he got caught with all
Stretched
this
out.
thing, and he's been in court, and he's gonna go to jail.
Why though?
Because
of bribing,
he
gangsterism.
did everything that everybody does,
Who?
but the people who caught him
Is this
are
a
not his own
politician?
people.
No,
Oh,
this
you
is
weren't
a, this is
listening.
a,
If
this
you
is
were
a, this is
listening-
an entrepreneur, or whatever.
Okay.
With
An entrepreneur.
Yeah, with ties to
But
the
he is.
with ties to the
He's
mafia.
very
and-
intrepid.
Anyways,
Sorry, what
so-
was that? Sorry, 1 second. What was that Netflix movie that came out with Kevin Hart and Billy Zane?
Oh, that was a good one.
Billy Zane.
Where he has the business card. It's just like a sexy lady that says entrepreneur.
Yeah, the Greek mobster.
The Greek mobster in Chicago.
Yeah.
So good.
What movies? I haven't
It's
seen it.
called
I
True
forget what
Story.
it's- True Story.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Very good.
It's
yeah.
a show.
You'll
It's
like
not new.
It's a
It's not, is it
Yeah,
new?
it was 2 years ago, a year ago.
Oh
A
yeah.
year
It
ago,
was a
yeah.
series. It was a series. You're
It's a
correct.
series, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was the Greek mobsters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
And they hired actual Greeks. It was amazing.
Which is the best part of it.
yeah.
So here's the thing now, because I don't know if you guys have been following the news. The last couple of weeks and days, his family has been targeted by all these violent acts.
I didn't
His
know that.
daughter's house went to flames just yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago, completely.
So
His-
members of the government are attacking him.
No. So I'll tell you what's happening, or what is suspected. So his son's house was shot at.
Where do they live?
In
the road?
de Montagne
Oh, okay.
in Laval, in the North Shore.
I was there last weekend. It's terrible. Go on.
So now the article comes out, and we find out that Accurso owes over $100 million to who we don't know yet. Now he's in the process now
can I have
of
a-
declaring
So the
bankruptcy.
person he owes money to is shooting up his house.
That's
I
likely.
hope it's Scotiabank.
so
He
look,
most likely owes money to his kinsman, his countryman.
I don't know who he owes
You're
money
blaming
to.
us on the WAPs, you fucking racist.
He's Italian, isn't he?
He is Italian.
Very Italian.
I don't think it's. It could be the WAPs.
Let me get. The
I mean,
list of
considering
things.
no one else has gotten hurt, it seems very isolated to their homes. Yeah, I mean, it's Laval where he was doing business.
But he was doing business with the government, so it feels like government people are after him.
Yeah, but he needed that seed money.
Who was that mayor in Laval?
Vaillancourt is in
Vaillancourt's
jail.
up to this. Vaillancourt's up to this. He sent-
Vaillancourt's in jail. He got caught
Why, his
also.
people aren't in jail.
His people aren't in jail.
So
Maybe
yeah,
it's the health.
just a list. Back in July, a car was it went to flames. It belonged to his son. Late August, his neighbor, bro, they fucking shot the neighbor's house. Anyways, okay, that sucks for
I
them.
think they just missed.
It sounds like something the government would do, though. They get the wrong house.
So yeah, 2 days later,
Fucking fonctionnaire.
2 days
No,
later,
3727.
So 2 days after that, they shot at his son's house, and then on Monday night, his daughter's house went to flames. So
What? Was his daughter in it?
No, there was nobody in it. But the investigators found what's called accelerating agents, like they put
Accelerants.
Molotov cocktail.
So
Lighter
so that's
flash.
a
Racist.
short little story on
Eastern
Accurso.
European cocktail.
Well, Molotov doesn't mean
There
anything.
was a poll that came out, guys, because I think we're all happy here that
Speak for yourself, Trish.
what's his name, Pierre Poilievre won, and or at least you're happy.
I'm happy. Everyone with a brain is happy. You? How do you feel? You wanted Charest to win because
no,
you
no.
want
Did you
Trudeau
hear
or
about all
Trudeau.
that incel shit that was going on with Poilievre that they were talking about?
There's no, bro. It's all global news.
I know,
What do you
but
mean,
bro,
the tags?
Global. Hold on. I'm gonna say this right now.
I did
How
some
crazy
digging
this-
on this.
I did some digging on this too. So the tags you could put in anything, whatever's trending, you put in. You look at some of the tags right now. If you use what is it, TubeBuddy? Use TubeBuddy to see what tags and videos are. Normally, people, including us here, will tag trending things. So let's say when the Amber Heard thing was going on, some of our videos would have that tag. It had nothing to do with Amber Heard, but because it was in, that's what you
Yeah,
would tag.
you're
Okay.
just trying to hop on.
Go look at the Trudeau. You're gonna see random shit, not because they talk about it. It's just because that's what's trending. So
But
you want
just
your
a-
video
just
to
a
go
small-
up.
Just a small parenthesis.
Now, Global News says there was a thing called men go their own way or something. It was
Yeah.
I never heard about this,
MG.
but apparently there was a
something.
thing about men making decisions for themselves, not about women, whatever the fuck it was. And they said his videos are tagged with this. Bro, Global News' YouTube videos have that same fucking hashtag. The videos, even them talking about it, have the same hashtag. And the ones before,
Hold on. They
because
also,
that's what's trending.
But they also found videos of Trudeau with that.
You just said
of
that.
course, because it's trending.
Yeah, because when
you're so stupid.
Because I'm sure the government is using either a social media individual or an agency.
Yeah.
They're using someone, right?
You use what's trending.
So they grab the trending tags and they throw them.
This is insane. These are non-stories.
He came out and spoke. I like his. He was like, "Yeah, we didn't know this was here. We took it out. Like it was not. He didn't even make a. He's like, whatever. Like, no, okay.
It's an
It's-
SEO
it's a-
thing.
it's a
and at the
non-issue.
end of the
It's a
day,
non-issue.
are
It's a
incels
non-issue.
not allowed to vote?
Well,
Shouldn't they be allowed to know what he's saying
look,
too?
you're right. They're allowed to vote, but fucking
I know,
are
I
hilarious.
know.
Anyways, it's such a and then you have these idiots being like, look at that, misogynist.
Nonsense.
Bro, they all have
Nonsense.
the same tags.
It's nonsense.
Bro, some of our videos probably have tags of, I don't know what the fuck, tits
I
or whatever's
know.
trending. They're going to have it.
No, that's his search history.
Because
I
the-
know that
yeah.
I bring this up all the time, and we always make it this joke, and it's an easy joke about the blackface and Trudeau. But like, just think about the repercussions of that incident's existence.
You
for a
mean no
second.
repercussions?
No, there are repercussions.
Societal ones.
Societal ones. We have a sitting prime minister who's been re-elected with a majority.
No.
Sorry,
Quebec or Canada? you're talking about?
Canada.
No,
No, minority.
A minority government, but it's
Yeah.
the second. What is it?
Second,
Second.
Oh no, it's his third mandate.
Third mandate.
Yeah,
Second
had he not
minority in a
divided
row.
the nation right before and did all his like yes,
Probably
he
could've
would
got
have
a
lost.
majority.
No, he would have lost.
Oh yeah.
The only reason why he assembled the
just think
minorities is
about
because he
this.
scared the shit of
There
people
are
because he started
people-
saying that your neighbors are
Trying to kill you.
Nazis and they're trying to kill you. So people got scared because they're idiots.
But think about it for a second. He did blackface along with multiple other color faces on multiple occasions. Like, he's never really shown any remorse except for that one time he made a fake bullshit apology and almost pretended to cry.
Yeah.
And people still defend him when he calls people racist. Like,
Yeah.
think about the level of fucking
Cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, I guess it's cognitive dissonance, but it's not even stupidity. I'm having a hard time articulating it because
but it makes
it's baffling.
you. It's baffling. It's people.
baffling.
I've noticed
Now,
it too.
on that now, explain to me this, because there was a poll that came out where the Conservatives are ahead of the Liberals by slightly, but when it comes to your preferred Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau heavily outnumbers Pierre Poilievre.
Yes.
I don't know how true any of these stuff are.
In
It's-
public
we're
polls,
talking
like
about a
the
poll,
publicly
okay?
accessible polls.
Yeah.
Yes, I was reading about
And
it earlier.
especially within
Who-
the
I've
especially
never-
within
I've
the
never-
woman demographic.
Came out this morning.
Yeah, it's a nanos poll.
Nanos poll, yeah.
And
For little
especially
people.
especially with especially within the woman demographic, I mean, he gets like 1 out of 2 votes.
Look, if you're
Hold
assuming,
on a second.
Hold on, we let them
That's
vote for this.
No, that's insulting to women. So in the women's demographic, so we're blaming this on women. So in the women's demographic, the guy
it's
who,
a separate poll,
the
so
guy
he's polling
who
in at
fires-
52%.
Who fires any woman that speaks out against him, who gropes, who he signed that NDA with that 15-year-old that he fucked around with years ago. That guy. Who
I never
Hold on,
heard
hold
about
on.
that. Really?
Oh, you haven't.
Stop,
All right.
George, we talked about it. then
We
you
talked
ma-
about it. You're the one who
you
brought it
got-
up.
You
The
brought
fi-
it up.
Yeah.
The 15-year-old.
Yeah.
An
Back when he was
underage
teaching.
girl when he was teaching and there was an NDA signed.
Oh,
Yeah, and she
okay,
came out with
maybe,
it.
maybe it rings
So
a bell.
that's
Okay.
the guy that women are like, I'm safe.
Well, look, let's look at it from a strictly surface level.
Yeah.
He's a better looking dude than Poilievre.
He's a good-looking dude.
He's a good looking dude.
Good looking kid, this Trudeau guy.
He's a handsome motherfucker.
Yeah.
NationalObserver.com, this is the title. A fake Justin Trudeau sex scandal went viral.
A fake one.
Yeah, okay. Like, just think of all the bizarre. Like, if he was your son, okay, and you were a parent, and he was out in the world, you'd be like, I'm embarrassed. He's embarrassing.
No.
As a
It's
prime
now
minister,
this day he could even get married. Like it's fine. Like it's different times now. I'd
He's
be cool with it.
functional. He can
I'd
be
sup-
functional in
I'd
society.
I'd support his lifestyle. I'd support his lifestyle. I do all that stuff. Yeah, he's my kid. Yeah.
no, I just mean like, just think about all the stuff he does. Like, how do you come back from even one of those things?
Yeah. Baffling.
He's Teflon.
Well, I'll tell you why.
He's the real Teflon dog.
I'll tell you why, because he looks at the camera and just bullshits. Dude, I see with the debates now, like Pierre Poilievre or something they'll argue a topic. They'll be like, what are you going to do about this, this, and this? And then he'll get up, button his jacket, and say like, so what's the deal with racism? I don't like racism. Why are we mean to natives? And like, bro, I just asked you about the economy. What the fuck are you saying? He's like, these guys hate black people. Like, he'll just say random shit. That's not. So I'm watching this. I'm like, how is this allowed?
I hate watching CPAC. I get
Yeah,
so
how are
stressed
you
out.
allowed to not answer a question like in Parliament and then go off topic to something? He smiles and he goes, "Yeah, I fucked up the economy." Let me explain. The thing about women is they should have the right to vote. And then the other side's like, "Who the fuck is debating this? What are you talking about?"
I wish he was
It's
wrong.
Nonsense.
I wish I could argue with him, but he's not.
It's nonsense, and we allow this to happen.
You know what I really enjoy?
We give tax dollars, millions, trillions are going to these fucking imbeciles so they could sit in the room, and it's crazy to me. It's crazy.
You know what it
and then
is?
at the same time, the hospitals don't have money. Our fucking public schools are going to shit. 30% of these kids are going to school hungry. What is happening? What is happening? We're in the
deserve
twilight
this.
zone. Yeah, we deserve it. So anybody who complains, I didn't have enough money, I paid too much taxes, who'd you vote for? The second they go Trudeau's like, fuck, suck a dick. You did it to yourself. You did it to yourself.
Suck a dick. Suck a dick.
Carry on.
My wayward son. No,
They
but
probably are if they voted for Trudeau.
the fucking part.
Wayward son. You said my wayward son, and then he goes, they
He said
probably are.
no, because you said suck a dick. He goes, they probably were if they voted for Trudeau.
Oh, they sucked the metaphorical one.
No.
It was not a consensual thing.
What were you saying?
I was going to say that alongside Trudeau answering questions that nobody asked and buttoning his jacket and rolling up his sleeves often, we're also paying for other members of the official opposition or the not official opposition, the other sitting
The
members,
second opposition, yeah.
to come out and say stuff like, blah 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 blah. Huh? Oh, like bro, what is this? A fucking
what just
burn?
happened?
Yeah,
That's Parliament. Watch CPAC. They say something that's like a kind of burn, which Trudeau's not gonna answer. He's gonna talk.
Yeah, he never does.
And then they look around at their friends, and their friends are like,
But they all do the same thing.
like they're like, you got him, bitch.
Yeah, it's insane.
We're
It's
basically just
stupid.
watching white people rap battle. This is white
Yes,
rap battles.
that is
Oh,
the,
bro,
the
it's-
most precise thing he's ever said.
We're just watching.
It's
this
lunatic
is-
shit, and people are in a cult.
And
They're
every
all
so
like, "This
often,
is my
Jagmeet
guy."
shows up, and he's like, as a person who's a minority.
Bro, Jagmeet.
Speaking of Jagmeet
Hold on.
Singh, have you been following his Twitter feed lately?
I'm the one who's commenting on his Twitter feed. Bro, this fucking imbecile was all for printing money. Do you remember?
Yeah.
This guy right here, this guy. Go look back at beginning of pandemic. Pantelis, who's not an economist, doesn't know anything, was saying, guys, isn't this
Isn't
going
he
to
the-
raise the prices? Isn't this like inflation,
No, but
right?
he's going on words too. You see, Poiliev came up with just inflation. He came up with greed inflation.
Greedflation. Listen
But
to
it
this.
doesn't even sound good.
So this is what he says. He comes out, he goes, gas prices and food prices at the grocery store are inflated. Greedflation. We need to stop these companies, grocery
Yeah,
stores.
he's saying companies are doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, they've profited from
Two things, you fucking piece of garbage. Number one,
good
you
for them.
caused inflation.
No, but good
you
for them.
caused
They're making money.
inflation.
They're fucking business.
No,
owners.
but you caused inflation by printing money and being okay with it. You were okay with Trudeau
You
printing
voted
money.
for it.
You voted for it. And then second of all, you son of a bitch, when you go, they made record profits during the pandemic. Yeah, because you voted for them to be the only stores to stay open. You fucking asshole. You did this.
Also,
Why are we forgetting the truth?
the worst part is there's two truths and a lie in that statement, right? Because a lot of what gets sold, and I don't only mean food, but a lot of stuff is bought on consignment or like it's prepaid.
Yeah.
So if you're paying 6 months ago's prices on something and you're charging inflation, yeah, there is inflationary profits being made, like because of it. But that's
reading
just
his
how the
tweets.
system.
These tweets are nonsense. He's
sorry,
caused all
what
this.
a fucking idiot.
Is my
I'm sorry, I'm
voice, are my
sorry.
words, is my thought interrupting your fucking
apologize.
giggle?
Just go ahead.
Turn
Keep
off your
going.
mic for 5
But you know what
minutes.
crazy it is?
You're in the gulag.
You're one of the reasons why
By the way,
this is
there's
happening.
gulag t-shirts for sale on my shop. Eh?
You're one of the reasons why this is happening, and then you're like, "Can you believe these cocksuckers?" Like, bro, it's
Also-
like I'm setting someone else's house on fire, and I go, "Look at this dipshit.
Sorry-
His house is on
No,
fire."
but what
Sorry
you're
to
talking
interrupt.
about
Sorry.
the inflationary profits. I mean, look, the guy's in business. I mean, that's how the market
I'm
is.
not
I
saying
mean,
it's right or wrong. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Hold on,
but
I just want to interrupt for a second. He posted this picture, and they're calling it the greedflation, of how on the same day, Avery's Farm Market Turo, Nova Scotia, is pricing Parmesan cheese at $4.29, and Loblaws is pricing it at $7.49.
okay.
don't go to Loblaws.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
Aren't
you
they?
have choice.
Yeah. Exactly. Aren't they allowed to do whatever the fuck they want
They
as
are.
a business?
Yeah.
I mean, there is some standardization in pricing.
Yes, but hold on, bro. I don't understand what the issue is with this picture. The smaller market, the smaller supermarket has to compete with big chains, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to naturally reduce their prices. Loblaws is a Loblaws. They know people are just gonna go to that Loblaws anyways because they're
Yeah, you're
used
just
to.
explaining the free market.
Yeah. So I don't understand what the issue
Yeah,
is
yeah.
with this.
That's the issue. Is that there's
Why
some,
are they
there's
calling
some
this greed?
He's calling it greedflation because he says that so what he's trying to say is that the only reason why there's inflation is because of greed, which is false.
False, 100%.
Inflation right now is global, and it's
Because
hitting.
our currencies have been devalued
Yeah.
by overproduction.
Now, the countries that are not feeling it as much are the countries that didn't overprint their money. The U.S. and Canada are not part of those. The U.S. and Canada overprinted like motherfuckers because they don't
So did the
respect.
EU.
They don't respect their citizens, and this is what we're eating now. This is basic stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not good at this, and I get it.
Yeah, my mozzarella went from $8.50 to fucking $14, bro.
What kind of mozzarella are you buying?
But don't ask questions.
He's
Okay.
buying used mozzarella.
The great one.
The great one.
Did you buy
Yeah,
the one
the
that's
Ro- the Rock's
râpé?
mozzarella.
The râpé?
It's red packaging.
Oh, Sapporo.
Yeah.
Oh, you're supporting the homeboys.
The whops, I
Of
like
course,
it. Yeah.
bro.
Quaps, yeah.
Who you gonna support, bro?
The entrepreneurs, bro. The entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry, George. I'm sorry, George, to get so mad.
I
but
feel like
just-
every time I mention Sapporo,
I can't handle the hypocrisy.
There seems to be quite a bit of it, right? These.
Hold on, George,
It's
but
not
because
hypocrisy.
he's
It's
better
not.
educated in this than
It's-
I am.
it's-
Am I?
he's not. He's
am I
not.
wrong?
look at him fighting his programming. Look at him. He's
no,
struggling.
no.
Because I want to know.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But at the same time, this is what it like. We're acting as if we were shocked by
no,
how
no.
politicians are reacting. This is
But
okay.
but
yeah.
I'm asking you because out of all of us here, and you're gonna get offended, but he's the better. is the more he's the bigger adult. All right.
He's the bigger
Yeah.
adult. Yeah.
Because
am
see,
I,
nobody.
I'm saying, am I
because
wrong?
who,
Though?
yeah, no. Because see, here's the thing: who remembers that Jagmeet Singh voted in favor of all these measures?
This guy.
Yeah, you. But the majority of the people don't. The majority of the people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is happening? How come my mortgage rate just went up to fucking 7%?"
I'm sorry.
Thank Jagmeet.
You know what I mean? And
People
then
don't know
Jagmeet
these things.
No, but
Also- also
they don't,
he's
you know?
tweeting-
So
he's
Jagmeet Singh comes out. What's trending? Oh shit!
Hold
Yeah,
on,
the
bro.
price has gone up. Let's fucking criticize the government. That's our job. We're the opposition, right? Let's do that, dude. A year ago, you were in favor of all this shit. Don't forget
To
you
dumb it down for everybody, it would be like me going online right now and being like, fuck, bro, podcasts are evil. Who are these assholes that make podcasts? Podcasts are bad for the economy. And then someone being like, bro, isn't that all you do?
No, it would
That
be,
is neither here
hold
nor
on,
there.
hold on. Also-
it would be like, fuck these greedy podcasters making all this money on
But
advertisement.
you're a podcaster.
Shame
No,
on
we're
them.
not talking about
Hey,
you. We're
give
talking
some
about
of it,
big
give some of it to
podcasts.
me. Give some of it to me.
Also, I'm sorry, but his tweets don't make any fucking sense. He goes,
annoying, yeah, it's
bro.
incessant.
Just a reminder: the top 3 grocery stores reported total net profits of 2.3 billion in 2022. That's 228 million more than the year before.
So it only doesn't make sense because you have to read it with an accent.
No. But that's how business works.
Yeah, year after
But
year, you
he's
make
a fucking socialist.
hold on,
He doesn't
hold on,
understand how
bro,
business
hold on.
works.
Also, I will say another thing for grocery
And he
stores.
goes that they took from you. They didn't take it from you.
You took from us 100%. We gave you money.
They
bought it.
paid. They
Yeah.
went and bought products.
Yeah, and another
is
thing
crazy.
about grocery stores, they're all getting automated. So not only are they making more money, but because of automation, they're also paying less employees. So of course their profit margins are going to grow. There's so much in this that Jagmeet is not qualified to run a lemonade stand, and it's so fucking absurd, bro. This guy is
He
so
sells you a
absurd.
lemonade for $1, but then he adds the tax and it's $14.95.
he actually described successful businesses with successful cash flow. That's all he
Yeah,
did.
that's all he
There's
did.
something to be argued
It's
about.
just retarded.
He's like, because the only business I'm in is government, and we're always losing money. How are these grocery stores making money? This is crazy. Because you're incompetent.
You know
Look,
why
there
he's
is some
tweeting this?
ethical
You know why he's
questions that
tweeting
should
this?
be brought up
You know
about
why he's
the
tweeting this?
inflation.
He wants his cut.
Yeah.
He wants his cut.
Yeah, that's what communists do.
But there definitely
This
has
is
been
ridiculous.
some sketchy in terms
And
of
he took
morality and
over-
ethical price mongering.
And he took over a party. He took over a party from Jack Layton,
know.
bro, who was a legend, who actually cared about human beings.
I know.
Oh my god, bro, this is ridiculous.
All right. Well, he really had to shit his pants, huh?
He did. He's going to fucking try and scoop
I've noticed
it out.
that none of the people that work on this show can control their bowels.
His asshole is.
Hey,
looser
we're an
than
hour
mine.
and 10 minutes in. I'm still here, buddy.
So far, good job.
2 bottles of water
This
down
is
and a coffee.
surprising. This is surprising.
I had a big pee before I came. I had a big
It's prepared.
pee. We've talked about this though. I just drink a lot of
This
water in
guy's
the morning.
clenching his ass cheeks.
I'm okay
This guy
right now.
ran out like a child.
I'll be honest though, my clock is ticking. Like 15 minutes, I might have to go.
When he
pee.
comes back, you'll switch with him.
15 minutes, think he'll be okay?
No, I think
I laughed so hard before, I like dislodged fucking part of my throat. with
Fuck,
you.
how sensitive are you?
No, it's like
sensitively. So yeah, I get mad. I lose my
What
shit
did
a
you
bit.
laugh at?
I lose my shit because you see, I always joke, and I don't lose my shit when it's like personal, like one-on-one. The reason why I really get mad at politicians is because I understand the trickle-down effect. The reason why I get mad is because, okay, he says something stupid.
Yeah.
But it doesn't just affect him. It's the economy, it's people who work, it's people who are
Can I
suffering
ask
every
you a
day. And then they
question?
don't know. That's the only thing that bothers me is they don't know. Like the people to blame are right in front of you for your overtaxation, misfortune, and all that. And you don't blame them. You listen to the people that fucked you over, tell you who's to blame. They're obviously pushing it. And then you're like, yeah, they're fucking right. They're the ones who fucked you over. It's like women who keep getting abused by their boyfriend. And then they're like, it's not his fault. He's upset because of work or what. No, it's his fault. He's the one beating you up.
yeah, 100%. But here's my question to you. People, maybe not Trudeau, because Trudeau I've come to my own conclusions of, but like Jagmeet, for example.
Yeah.
Do you think what he does from a place of malevolence or stupidity?
Stupidity.
See, I don't believe that anymore.
I think there's a mix of both.
There obviously is a bit of duplicity. Like he knows that he voted for this, but most of it, because I see when he
I'm
speaks.
sorry, he's lying though. If he
he's
knows he voted, he's lying.
I know, but you could tell the way. So there are smart people that sound dumb, right? There's
Lots of them.
Okay, he clearly is a dumb person trying to sound smart. Now, these people are very dangerous because they will not admit their fault.
Or
Okay.
okay.
So, por ejemplo, you have to sometimes admit, especially in government, when you are wrong, so you can adjust, adapt, and move forward.
I like how you say that as if it's a thing, but it's not. But go on.
Sometimes it
Nobody.
is. Some governments do. It's happened. He
wash your
is a
hands?
dumb guy pretending to be smart, so he can never admit that he's wrong because he thinks it'll make him look less smart, which is not the case. Smart people
Admitting
know
you're
that there's
wrong,
mistakes.
it
That's how
makes you
science
smart.
works. That's
Yeah.
how science works, right? But he's too. It's the same thing like Trudeau. Trudeau is not the sharpest tool in the shed, right? But he hates that because he doesn't want to just be known as he wants to be known as a smart person. So he just repeats shit they tell him, and he tries to sound. But you can tell when a dumb person is trying to sound smart. You could tell.
He's a good bungee jumper, though.
Yeah.
Budget, did you say budget jumper?
Bungee
Oh,
jumper.
bungee. Yeah, like can we talk about
I
that for a
have
second?
no issue with that.
Why
He-
was the leader of Canada allowed to bungee jump?
So this is
Oh,
the
that
ba-
happened recently for
Yeah.
real?
It
What if he
happened last
died?
week. Last week. So
Oh,
this
that's
is
embarrassing.
That's you just described the positive.
Regardless, it would still cost money to replace him.
here's the backstory to that. I don't have a problem with you going bungee jumping.
I do.
Publicizing it like that, I you know,
I didn't even see it. How was it publicized?
yeah, he put it on his social media, I think, or something.
Bungee
It
jumped
was,
into a river, the
Yeah, yeah,
ocean.
yeah.
He like dunked
Watch
his head.
this, dogs.
So
by
He
the
went
way-
hard, like he's like, oh.
Hey, it would have been funny. He's like, yo, if I don't make it, Jagme gets my collection of fucking Pokemon cards. Later, bitches.
no, but what happened was apparently they had called and booked a session for his kids, and then he just showed up like an hour before.
Like that time there was a pianist, the famous pianist near a piano, and he just showed up.
Yeah, exactly. So so he showed up and did it. So apparently did that to avoid, you know, they wanted to keep it secretive, but they put it up. They put it up on social media. So that's
They're
what-
good at
That's the
keeping
opposite of
secrets.
secretive.
exactly right. So in any case,
What
I
an idiot.
mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on
dislike
that. I
that
mean,
man, motherfucker.
initially I thought, dude,
Hold
we're
on,
f-
hold
your
on, was
your
this-
economy is tanking. Yeah, you know what I mean. People are fucking suffering.
Like, I
Businesses
get
are
that you want
shutting
to let off
down.
some steam, but like,
And I
go to
get it,
Thailand.
do it, but just don't fucking show it, dude. Like, I mean, like, I don't know. Fuck.
He was just trying to show how the economy is going to bounce back.
Yeah.
Sure. Anyway,
I would not have shown it if I was him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
the
have done
joke
it.
in your head
I-
first.
No,
I
do
wouldn't
it,
have
do
done-
it. You wanna do it, do it.
What
It
do
was
you
in
mean
the
do it,
moment.
bro? You're technically in charge of a country, no?
yeah, you can't put
You
your
can't do
life
that
at risk.
shit.
You think Joe Biden would fucking bungee jump?
He doesn't know where he is.
I mean, I'm sure he has a few times by accident. They're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, where are we, guys?
but anyways, so yeah, no, I would do it. I mean, you're allowed to do whatever you want. I mean, the other time we were talking about that the Swedish prime minister that was caught dancing and drinking in her house with her friends. And we're
Yeah,
like, that's fine. I mean,
I
she wants
didn't
to
mind
party.
that either. She
I
looked
didn't
hot,
mind that
too.
one bit.
So if you want to do that, do that, man. It's just that I don't know, man.
By the way, a news here that I found. Did you guys see that apparently Hollywood stars are using diabetes medicine to lose weight?
yeah,
Is that true?
it is true. Yeah,
Holy shit.
Do it.
Wegovy, it's called.
I was reading about it because there was a shortage in New Zealand at one point
Yeah.
during the pandemic. It's so popular. It's one of these smart self-regulating drugs. If you have an insulin problem, it fixes it, right? If you
Yeah.
don't, all it does is it slows your digestion. a
Drugs
little
are
bit.
never the answer.
Drugs are always the answer. It slows your digestion, and basically you don't feel hungry, so you end up going into like not caloric deficit,
ketosis.
Not ketosis. It's the step before ketosis. Your body burns its own fat.
Oh,
Basically,
I see.
It's interesting. I was like reading about it. And I
It's
was
about
like,
it,
what?
70
Don't all these diabetics need this?
How much
like,
it cost?
1,700 a month. if you wanna do it.
Oh my god.
Where in the
Whoa.
States or here?
In the States.
I'm gonna
How much
check
is it here?
Oh, good question. Let's see.
What's it called?
Wegovy.
Wagovi. Let's order some Wagovi, bro.
I'll have my Wagovi rare.
They probably
Yeah.
have some
That's clever.
generic brand over here or something.
Oh, Health
Oh.
Canada approves Wegovy for the treatment.
Oh, Caroline lost 120 pounds on Ozempic for diabetes.
120
In the chat.
pounds.
Yeah. I lost 100 pounds this year, but I did it through exercise and cutting out
How long?
sugar.
And
Over
starving.
What period of time? Like,
Yeah,
that's
120
a whole
pounds in how
human
long?
being.
I lost a whole human being.
Yeah, but not
Holy
fast.
shit.
Not fast. Like, it's dangerous to lose it quickly.
It took me a year.
No, I'm asking about her.
100 pounds a year. That's about 12 pounds a month. That's
That's why
healthy.
I'm asking, like, how fast did it happen?
That's healthy. That's healthy.
'cause
No,
it
that's
seems
healthy.
scary.
That's
less
no,
than-
that's 100%.
Yeah, it's called Ozempic here.
Yeah.
How much is it?
I'm not
Ozempic
checking.
price. Cost.
I did
Oh.
it with no help of drugs. Imagine with drugs. I'd
Bro,
be
you would
jacked.
be like me. You wouldn't be jacked, you'd just be thin.
I
I'm
would
not
be
jacked.
jacked.
Bro,
$25
$25
a month.
Not Jack.
I go to the
25?
gym.
$25 a month.
Well, let's get it.
Hey, bro.
Let's get it.
Let's start distributing.
Yeah, bro.
I mean,
Hold on,
apparently
whoa,
it's a miracle drug for diabetics.
Do you
too,
need a
which is
What are
prescription?
the
Is
side
it a
effects?
prescription drug?
Yeah, bro. Tell him, bro. I got a sugar problem. My sugars. Give me the thing, bro.
I got the
Low blood sugar. Common side of this is with people with type 2
Let me
diabetes.
guess.
So
Nausea,
upset
diarrhea.
stomach, heartburn, burping, gas, bloating. Everything I have
Yeah, I
now.
was about to answer your daily routine.
Nausea, vomiting. I don't have that. Stomach
Nausea.
pain, loss. Nausea. Sorry.
I can have a little nosh.
Stomach flu symptoms, diarrhea, constipation. Already a reality right now. Headache,
Yeah.
dizziness, tiredness. That's not a reality right now, but
What about retardation?
I feel all those things when I have to listen to him read stuff.
I got nasha.
Make us slight retardation.
Yeah, may cause slight retardation.
I was looking
That's
into
genetics,
this is
sir.
super random, but I was looking at Chantix the other day. You know the quit smoking pill?
No.
It like blocks the nicotine receptors in your brain. I was like, maybe this is for me. So I was looking into it. And then there's like a huge warning. It's like if you have a existing anxiety or depression issues, I'm like, okay,
It will kill you.
Anxiety. You have a 1 in 4 chance of developing schizophrenia. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep smoking.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I don't know. Some of these.
Fuck that.
Yes, I wouldn't mess with
How
your
do
brain.
they know this? Hey, did you guys see that Rogan episode where he had that the guy? I forget his name.
Roger Waters.
oh,
No.
it
Guy
comes
with
with
the
in pill form.
psychedelics.
No, he was
The needle, no?
he was in the pharma.
Stop
He
talking,
was
he's having- he's
destroying
saying
the
something. Sorry.
pharma industry, man, and now he's doing stem cell therapy.
Oh, dude.
No,
What's his name?
The stem cell stuff is very interesting.
Some shit like that.
It doesn't matter.
Crazy episode though.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
fucking opened my eyes. Oh my goodness, the shit that this guy talked about. Anyways,
See, when I say it, George doesn't listen. Rogan has to say it.
no. I was more impressed with the stem cell stuff that he was
Yeah,
talking
I've been talking about it for years, bro. It's the most amazing thing.
Do we have that here?
We do.
You're not gonna
So-
get the way
we
they
have
have it there.
some.
You have to go to do what they do, like in the shoulders
shots,
and
yeah.
to help the shots. You have to go to like
What are these? Why shoulders? Like,
Florida
what's this for?
or like South America or some shit.
Where
there's
did
a
the
good
stem cells
place-
come from?
But exactly, that's my question. How do they get the ones that match? Like stem cells, basically, you just get any stem cell. Or
Yeah,
do
yeah,
you
Any
have
stem
to.
cell. It's
Any
like,
stem cell will
it's
work.
like a
but
passepartout.
but
It can-
now,
Oh, yeah.
but now what they do is when your baby is born,
We
keep
did
the
that for my
cord blood.
daughter.
Yeah, they
So
give
we
you the-
have stem cells for our kids. if
yeah.
we need
So in
them.
case
For
your kid-
them.
yeah,
But
for
since
them.
they kept it for them, there's
None
the
for you.
DNA.
I mean, you could
just-
steal. You could
No,
steal.
you could use it,
You
but
can
then
use it.
But once
You-
it's opened, it's like you break the seal, it's done.
Yeah,
If the
so
kid
you
needs
could use it
fuck
too.
them.
But then if your kid needs it, he's like, "Where's my stem cell?" You're like, "Dad, I need a new shoulder."
Daddy needed a new shoulder.
So where do they get their stem cells from? That's what I think. Like, do they?
Aborted
what-
fetuses.
Aborted fetuses,
must be.
Planned Parenthood, all that stuff. When
Kidnapping.
no, for real, abortion clinics.
Yeah.
Like there's they had talked about this. He was one of the people to tell me this during the pandemic. And I thought he was lying, and then we looked into it, and he was right. So they sell. This is I don't know if anyone in the chat who's ever went to get an abortion in the States, because here I don't know how it works, but in the States I don't know if
keep
they
the
tell
cord
you.
blood.
They sell that shit. They sell the baby. They sell that shit. 'cause-
Baby.
Yeah, it depends on how
Yeah,
far along you are when you're aborted.
yeah,
Each
the
fetus
fe-
is
the
worth like
fetus
3
has-
million.
Yeah.
The fetus
They
has
do all
stem
kinds.
cells.
Yeah, they do all
Look,
kinds of
I'm
tests.
not going to get into the whole abortion debate right
Well,
now.
look, whether
but
it's
as long, I mean, at least it's
Whether
being
it's
good to-
moral or not is
put
not
the
the
good
debate
use.
here. Personally, I believe it's immoral, but it doesn't change the fact that they do sell those parts. It's fucking, they do.
The day we figure out how to make stem cells in a lab, the world changes forever. Forever. Because then we can do anything. We can even grow real meat in a lab with no consequences, no moral implications. Like, we're living in Star Trek when we can figure out how to do that.
Interesting.
Isn't
It's
it?
not
Isn't it?
readily available information, like a price of an aborted fetus. Like
No,
Ah,
of
well,
course
that's
not
my
readily.
cue.
Of course not.
I gotta go pee.
Go pee. Of course not
No,
readily
because I was
available, but
listening.
not readily.
Because I want to consider that for my shoulder.
Yeah, aborting a kid.
No, the stem cell.
Yeah, no, stem cells are cool.
I thought he wanted to abort his shoulder.
The whole thing is amazing because you go online. Can you push the chair just because if you look online at people who are doing it, reviews, even Rogan's one of them for the shoulders and all that, it's
He's down on his knees, I think.
it's
He went-
miraculous. It's
Yeah.
miraculous stuff. That's why science is amazing, bro. You could do so much cool shit. I just don't like hiding the facts behind it. Like people.
But see, the thing about that episode, and whoever hasn't listened to it, they should do it, because the reason why it was so eye-opening was that, we trust whatever our doctor says, and they're so far away from actually knowing what they're talking about.
I said this 2 years ago, and I was called an asshole.
Remember
Remember this?
they like, see, I was considering surgery for my shoulder, but after I listened to that episode, I'm like, fuck, shit, what are they going to put there? How are they going to do it? Is it going to be good? Like, is there going to be side effects? Like, there's all these things that they spoke about in that episode that was eye-opening for me.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah.
Dude, it's very, very interesting. The stem cells, I've been saying for a while. I had a conversation on the podcast with Mike, I think, during the pandemic. That's the future.
Yeah.
The future, dude, is going to be healing stuff that right now is unhealable. You're going to be able to heal it. You're going to be able to be good as new. We might be the last generation or the before.
Also, all the controversy that he spoke about pills, man, and how the fucking pharma industry. Well, it's mostly the insurance companies that he was against, probably because he was part of the pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah.
But how they just approve anything and nothing, it gets approved without testing and all that stuff. It was just amazing. What about information?
What about the trials right now with Pfizer? Do you remember this whole scam of?
No, they go through with no trials.
Hold on. Remember we had two classes of citizens. One class of citizen was not allowed to go to any public events. You remember this? Remember when we segregated people and we said the reason was to stop the spread and all that, which didn't make any sense to anyone with a bit of a brain because you're like, well, it doesn't stop the spread. That's right. Okay. So right now, what did they come out with? Oh yeah, we never even did tests that it was gonna. We were never mandated for the vaccines to stop the spread.
And what sucks in this situation.
So why did we segregate the population?
Okay, but that happened, so we can't go in the past. What sucks now is that
people are still paying for it.
Yeah, no. What sucks now is that you're not going to hear one politician come out and say, we were wrong.
Never. And regular people who you give this information to, will still not admit. Like, they won't admit, like, you were wrong and you were mean to your neighbor for no reason.
Speaking of which, today in the afternoon, I'm not sure exactly what time, Quebec's health minister is.
How healthy is this guy?
He's whatever. I don't know how healthy he is, but he's calling a press conference. To talk about the health situation. So I'm not so sure what the hell they're going to announce. Are they preparing the ground for COVID measures or whatever? I don't know. But the flags are up every time winter comes around, right? We lived that last year and the year before. It just seems that when September rolls around or October, shit kind of happens,
Which seems a little suspicious.
I just hope that we're not going to go back into that whole fucking thing again. But seeing everyone's reaction and everything that we've been through in the last 2 years, it's so difficult for me to imagine any government coming out with measures again.
Depends how dumb people are.
But then again, look, they just got elected, so they have nothing to lose.
Yeah,
right?
It depends how dumb people are, if they're going to accept it or not. I don't know how dumb. I mean, let's see how dumb people are.
People are gonna break everything, dude.
You think that if they could get like, okay, this is obviously nonsense, but you never know, bro. People are dumber than you give them credit for. Sometimes they just don't see what's right in front of them.
I'm curious to know. I don't know, and I don't know exactly what time it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be today in the afternoon. So whoever's interested, you can follow that. Let's talk a little bit about Hockey Canada. We had spoken about this on a couple episodes where all the scandals and all those. What are they called?
To remind people, it was Hockey Canada. The scandal was a bunch of players had ran a train. I think collectively gangbanged a girl. And then Hockey Canada was covering it up.
Yeah.
Did I recap it correctly?
Yeah, and they paid off the girl.
Okay.
It was an agreement.
How much to make?
I'm not so sure what they made. I think we had the amount though. I can't remember what. But anyways, it was an agreement, and it was settled.
And this was egregious. It was many women were upset. They go, "This is the patriarchy at work, misogynistic." This woman's story, right? But however, this week, I think the president of
So the president of no, it wasn't the president
of Hockey Canada.
So the president of the board, who took the role in the interim, resigned, and then yesterday the entire board resigned collectively, which was the right decision. The question I have is why it took him so long? Like, what the hell do you not understand? Whatever has been happening, you have been exposed. You were covering it up. You cannot answer the questions clearly on whether or not the money you gave was publicly funded from the government and not money
It was.
Yeah, probably. Who knows? I mean, it's destructive what's happening to Hockey Canada, which is unfortunate because of this situation, you have all these kids now that are going to be penalized. The sponsors are gone. Yesterday, Bauer announced that they will no longer be sponsoring Hockey Canada. They won't be giving them any equipment for free like they used to.
No helmets.
Well, for the guys team, I think they're going to do it for the women and for the
3.50 million, by the way, the victim was awarded.
3.5 million.
3.5 million. Sorry, I don't know why I said 3.50.
3.50 million.
So 3.5 million The victim was awarded. What's going on? Why are you guys dipping?
You're fucking with your shit. He has a call.
Oh.
I was having a snack. He caught me.
Malaga.
I was hungry.
Yeah, so 3.5.
So 3.5 million. You know what's crazy?
What are we
to me?
talking about?
Hockey Canada.
Oh, they all fucking stepped down, huh?
They all stepped down.
Those
About-
pieces of shit.
It was about time. And the thing is,
I'm glad that she at least got to secure the bag, and now they're getting rattled.
The bag.
No,
No, but the-
because it's hold on. In reality, what happened is completely sucks. But you can't change the past, right? So at least I'm happy for her, whoever the victim is. I'm glad that she at least secured the bag. She got 3.5 milli. You know, half of probably like a quarter of that is gonna go to lawyers, but still, whatever. Secured the bag.
No, there's no lawyers involved. They did it privately.
Oh, really?
It was an
Okay.
agreement,
So
and
good.
this was years ago. So
Yeah,
now
well,
it's
court.
just coming out.
She secured the bag, and I'm glad
Stop
that
saying secured the
as
bag.
well as she secured the bag, they're all getting bamboozled right
The
now.
other frustrating thing is that
Everything
they
that
were
is.
invited to committee. I think three or four occasions, and they just cannot answer the fucking questions clearly. You know,
What are they gonna say? We knew what we were doing. We did it anyways. We had to cover this shit up because it's our job to make hockey. Like, what were they gonna say? They're like, yeah, we don't get.
No, because
this is the only real truthful
Yes,
answer.
sorry,
it was disgusting. We covered it up because we wanted to.
I just want to address the chat.
because also don't forget the repercussions. A lot of these players are not playing professionally in some teams.
Good,
So
fucking good.
you know, so I mean, you're exposing this, and what's going to happen to those other organizations and those players. So, but at the same time, it's
Who
like,
cares? A crime was committed.
No, I'm saying, what are you protecting? Who are
Exactly.
you protecting, and why?
It's like when they say, "Oh, you really want to press charges? It could ruin his future."
Yeah.
He raped me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Jorge in the chat says trauma has no price.
No, it doesn't.
It's true, but it happened. Would you have preferred it happened and she got nothing? Like what I'm saying is,
He's right about that.
you know what I
can't
mean. We
change that it
have we
happened. It
can't
happened.
change that it happened. We have no control over the circumstances. I'm just glad that she's alive. She's not dead. Yeah, it sucks that it happened to her. At least she secured the bag, and
He did all that just so he could say it again, man. Is there any other Gen Z euphemisms you'd like to throw my way?
and they're still getting consequences
Come through, bro.
from having
Start
helped her
saying
to
stuff.
secure the bag.
I'm gonna throw a fucking full cup of coffee. This morning, I want everyone to know this, by the way. This morning, George texted us in our group chat for the morning show, and he said, "I'm bringing coffee."
Yeah.
Phil, do I bring you coffee? I'm like, "No, thank you. I'll have real coffee, not this dirty sock water." They said, "Cool."
Dirty sock water.
He, Poseidon, participated in the conversation. He then proceeded to bring two coffees. Three.
Two.
Two. He just didn't bring George coffee.
I just
yeah, it's true.
As though he hadn't had that conversation.
I didn't
That's why
realize
there's
that.
all this fucking coffee. That's why I keep turning it. I don't want the fucking Tim Hortons.
You know what happened? I was in my how you say in my routine.
In
I
your
was
malakia.
I was in autopilot mode.
He was in the zone.
I was on autopilot.
To quote a friend, Adagamis.
Bro, I was thinking about securing the bag, bro.
It's not funny anymore.
Let me talk about something, and we're gonna bring it back to the elections here in Quebec, because for those who follow the elections, you probably
Oh, hold on. Sorry to cut you off.
The elections are fit.
Jorge-
no, we're not talking about the elections.
That's because Jorge is saying, let's say she lives to 80. 3.5 million divided by, let's say, 50, 60. That's $50,000 to $75,000 a year,
Jorge, leave the match to the professionals.
which is a good salary. Which is a good salary for somebody. Let's say,
It does look like Poseidon if he was in shape and his dad hadn't left.
What? Let me see. Let me see. Show me.
I want to send it to you. And you
Okay,
can
okay.
show everyone in the chat.
Which is a good salary. She never has to work a day in her life again.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
But also, Jorge is thinking like a peasant. If she were to take that money and invest it in something, she would,
What a stupid thing to fuck. Jorge is thinking like a peasant.
Yes.
Says the peasant.
Fuck you, bro.
Bro,
Fuck you.
I'm not a peasant. I'm a royalty.
All right, back to what I was saying.
all the jokes I wanted to make, they were too rough for live.
Do it,
I
do it,
just-
do it,
no,
do it,
no.
do
So anyway, during the campaign,
I
I
don't
think
like
we
when you
all
make
heard
yourself.
Premier Legault and a couple of his ministers bash immigrants, which was of course unfortunate. But there was an article that came out today to the effect that the economic immigrants, so the ones that come here because they found a job and because they qualified as workers, skilled workers here in Quebec, they actually end up making more money than the average Quebecer. Let me get the figures. Yeah. So on average, these immigrants make close to $51,500 a year, which is a lot more than the average Quebecer. And a lot more than the equivalent immigrant in Ontario and in BC.
Is it because they're polyglots?
Who knows what the reason is? But the problem, the thing is that once again we're coming back to the fact that the immigration minister just did not have, or he had, and he purposely misled everyone with his.
Seems like he was just having a good day and he was just saying shit. It's like when Poseidon gives us.
But
stats.
it's such an opposite extreme. It's like
I know.
shit, dude. It's like so. Just to remind
$51,000,
everyone, the immigration minister during the campaign came out and said that immigrants come to Montreal. Most of them come to Montreal. They don't work. They
So they're making $51,000 a year by not working.
Yeah, they don't
What's
work.
their secret, George?
They
I would
don't
love to
work.
know.
They don't speak French, and they are not aligned with Quebec values. So, I mean, to me, it seems that
they're not
someone
white
working,
Francophone
making money,
Catholics.
obviously not speaking French if you're working in Quebec. I'm just not sure what the fuck
It
is.
seems to me like the statistics here and the statement are at odds.
Yeah.
Did you see your lookalike?
I didn't receive anything.
Who did I send it to? Uh-oh.
Beats me.
Uh-oh. No, I did. Poseidon. Sent 2 minutes ago on Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Okay, I don't get notifications from Instagram anymore.
Turn them off. I should turn them off also.
Too many boobs popping up on his feed. His like his girlfriend's like, "What's that?" He's like, "Ah."
I get too many.
Nah.
also, man.
"Who's that other redhead?"
Pussy lips, B.
Ew, fuck.
Instagram pussy lips.
Yeah, seriously. The trend now on social media and on TikTok and Instagram Reels is chicks doing stretches or walking, and
Camel
basically
toe.
Oh,
it's
they
so
trip on the
tight.
guitar?
It's
Oh,
no, it's
That was
so,
funny. That's funny. I've seen those.
it's so tight that basically you see her pussy. Just
Okay,
camel toe.
Stupid, fucking
All right.
stupid thing. Okay.
It scares me, the world.
I'm terrified. Honestly,
I mean,
I'm seeing all these things.
If I was
and-
21 and single, I wouldn't be scared. I'd be having a really good time. But as a father of 2 girls, I'm scared.
Yeah, 100%. The only thing that makes me feel a little bit better is the thought that maybe in like 10 years from now, these social media platforms won't exist, or maybe there will be something else. Who knows?
I don't know about that.
You think TikTok will be around in 10
It
years?
all started a long time ago with Hot or Not. Do you remember Hot or Not?
Fuck is hot or not?
it all depends if
Do you?
TikTok,
Are you too young?
hot or not.
You'd post a picture of yourself,
Oh, I remember
men,
that.
women, and you'd get rated.
From who? From where?
Strangers
Where?
would come
Where
and
would
rate
you
if
post
you were
it?
That
hot
was a
or
scam,
not.
no?
But where would you post
No,
it?
no. On the Hot or Not website. It was like an early social media site.
Don't remember.
And you meet people and
No,
like
first
and
time I hear
have sex.
this.
It was like a prototype Tinder.
Fuck, that does look like me,
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's
but
you.
way uglier.
That's first of all, he's better looking than you.
Shut
Yeah,
your
yeah.
poor
First of
mouth.
all,
Yeah.
that's you if you were in fucking good shape and your father hadn't left.
He's not in good shape. He's fat. Look, his belly.
He's
is
not
just-
fat. Like,
Shut your mouth.
He's easily
well, isn't
60
that
pounds.
the pot calling the kettle a pot?
He's easily 60 pounds less than you. Easily. 60,
Yeah, no,
70.
I'm
Maybe,
fucking
he
joking.
might be 30 pounds heavier in muscle though.
I'm joking.
The guy's a bit of a.
Oh no, I have a lot of muscle as well. It's shy.
Okay,
My
very
muscle is
very
shy.
quickly.
He
Let's
just-
talk about
everything
Alberta.
he says is about him.
Yeah, I know.
Did you tell people that you should subscribe to Patreon so they could follow you?
Yes, guys, don't forget patreon.com/Pantelis. Last night we live streamed the
That's
episode.
enough.
It was very
It's
fun.
done. It's fine. Go on, George.
Whatever happened with? Sorry, I'm gonna get back to my story. But whatever happened with that? What's it called? The thing with the guy that you? The thing with the guy.
What's the thing
What's his
with the
name?
guy?
Adam. The whole.
Catfishing.
The whole what,
The
bro?
Yeah, the makeover. That's
The
what
makeover. Oh yeah, we got him closed. There's the video on Patreon.
I saw. that you got-
Patreon.com/Pantelis. Go watch that video, bro. It's very fun. We had a good time at Village de Valeur.
Who wrote this note here, by the way?
I did.
Why does it say trans women are not women?
No, it doesn't say that. Let me
It
see.
says trans women. Oh, not Joe Biden. That's confusing.
It's my notes, bro. It makes
Your
sense
notes are
in my
fucking
brain.
dark, bro.
Let me see. Hold on, pass me that. I'm curious.
She didn't say no. Like, what list
What?
were you guys doing on the
Hold on,
fucking?
give it to me. Give it to me.
Consent is not violence.
That's not what I wrote.
What about the last one there?
New,
She asked me to film her.
New Zealand. What's that? Prime Minister New Zealand fucking
Oh, the
hot
tax,
and
no.
farts.
What? Cow taxi.
She's
cow
hot
farts.
when she cow farts.
That's interesting though. The New Zealand tax. Did you hear about that?
No.
Pass me the paper.
No, thank you.
I want to read it.
This is not a safe environment for equipment.
Oh fuck the camera.
Did you guys? You guys spoke about the New Zealand tax that she wants to tax.
Cow farts.
Not in detail.
Yeah.
Okay, I wrote Swiss 19 degrees, Alex DUI, trans women Biden.
Why are you making this shit up now? Like, I just read what it says.
Yeah, yeah.
Why are you like?
Oh,
no
bro.
one's judging you. It's fine.
What are you inventing?
It's a live stream, buddy. Yeah, no one can read your handwriting at 4 millimeters from the camera. That's not in focus. He's so dumb.
Anyways,
Pause it.
Let's get to Alberta. For those who
Oh, it's clear actually. Huh.
So for those who are following, Jason Kenney, who was the premier in Alberta, resigned,
tell
and
me,
there was a leadership race in the United Conservative Party of Alberta.
I like the name of that party.
United
It seems awesome.
Yeah.
United Conservative.
Well, look, Jason Kenney did exactly what Harper did. You know, he united the reform.
Yeah,
and
no, I'm just
the
saying, I'm
progressives.
just
So he did
commenting on
same
the
thing.
name, that's all.
And it's cool because I think that they're going to stay in power for a long time. So he stepped down. So there was a leadership race. So now well, she's not a premier designate anymore. I mean, she was officially sworn in as the premier. Name is Danielle Smith, and for those who don't know her or who weren't following, who don't follow
an
what's
immigrant?
happening, no, in Alberta. I don't know if you guys remember the. Oh, geez, what the fuck was that? The party called? God damn it! I just had it in front of me. Sorry about that. Shit.
I don't know what he's talking about, so I can't participate. I gotta wait till he says it.
There was a new party in Alberta that wanted to separate.
That was well timed. Should have a cow in there in the background. Don't do it now. I just said it's too late. George, this show has been halted.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Anyways, whatever.
It's irreparable damages.
She came in from another party, basically, that was created a couple years ago with the intention of splitting. It's in another article. That's why. Separating from Alberta. She left that, and White Rose. Fuck, is that what it's called?
God, George, honestly, I'm gonna start.
Wild Rose,
I'm
sorry, Wild
gonna
Rose,
start
the
a
Wild Rose party.
GoFundMe to get a salary for
Yeah.
your position, so
Sorry
we can
about that.
hire someone proper.
Yeah, do the research properly and get me notes.
No, I need to replace you completely.
Bye, George. So yeah,
Too many balls guys on this
She
show.
was, she was from the Wild Rose Party. That was a separatist party in Alberta. It didn't do really well. In the elections. Obviously, Jason Kenney won, but she came from there and she won the leadership race. And basically, she won them on rhetoric that is very similar to Maxime Bernier, Éric Duhem here in Quebec. You know, she
A
wants
more conservative.
Yeah, her main goal is to protect the unvaccinated. In her opinion,
That's her main goal.
they were the most discriminated against group that she's ever witnessed. So she had that
seems like
kind
a bit
of.
of hyperbole, but,
She took that line. It's going to be interesting to see what's happening in Alberta because another main point in her platform, if you want, or in her plan, was to reject completely anything that the federal government would want to impose on Alberta. Obviously,
In general, like what if they're like, we're gonna impose more money for you?
yeah. So anything that is federal jurisdiction that normally would require Ottawa to make decisions, they would not accept. So basically, that's preparing the ground for Alberta to just be an autonomous province or separate. We don't know what's going to happen. So that's going to be interesting for me to follow and see if Alberta is going to really follow
don't know
that
about
path towards sovereignty.
We need Alberta. Who's gonna pay for all our shit?
That's the thing, I mean, and I was having that discussion with some friends over the weekend, and we're saying that, if there is a province that has what it needs to sustain itself, it's probably Alberta, because
Wow.
all the equalization payments that we get here in Quebec, for example, which is about $14 billion, comes from Alberta primarily. You know what I mean? So imagine if Alberta did not
They
have
don't
to.
have all the natural resources they need, but they could buy it, right? They can just
Yeah,
buy
of
whatever
course.
they
Yeah,
need. They got lots of cash.
yeah, they can import it, and if they don't have to give away those, we're talking about. I can't remember what the total amount of the equalization payments is.
I
I don't
wonder
know
what
if
their
it's-
currency would be, like a prairie dollar.
Yeah, like a corn.
No, I mean, what would they call it?
Yeah. Oh, we'll call it. I thought we would
Like,
put on the
they'll
dollar.
call it a nugget.
Nugget.
It's 22 nuggets and 45 kernels. 22.45. And it's worth each one nugget is worth like
Alberta.
200 Canadian dollars.
What is that worth in Albertan kernels?
Albertan kernels, yeah. Prairie dollars.
For dollars. So yeah. So
Marmot bills. Wish that came to me sooner.
Marmot bills.
Marmot bills.
So yeah. So if there is a province that has, I think, what it needs to sustain itself, it's probably Alberta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just landlocked.
They're landlocked and
That
boring.
is the problem. That's the problem. They're landlocked.
Maybe we should coalition with them. We should coalesce.
coalesce.
That's the right word.
Do we
Yeah.
do like Turkey and make a corridor right through
Yeah,
Ontario?
right through Ontario.
That's us.
That other province.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, what's the other province?
Saskatchewan.
Manitou.
Is Manitoba
Manitoba
first? Yeah.
Manitoba, yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, the
I
fucking
don't know.
prairie-
Look, if we
nobody-
can't remember the name, then obviously a corridor won't matter.
No,
Fair,
but
fair
Alberta,
point.
Alberta's fine. But seriously, nobody remembers Manitoba and Saskatchewan. I feel like they're
Saskatchewan, I feel like it gets more credit globally because it's fun to say. Saskatchewan.
okay.
That's it. People know
Manitoba is
Saskatchewan.
probably the forgotten one.
Manitoba. What's in Manitoba? Winnipeg. Whatever.
No, but even on the map, you're like,
Calgary's got
Quebec,
the Stampede
Ontario,
at least.
something here, whatever. and then-
Fields, grain, maybe some natives, drunk natives.
What happens in Manitoba?
A lot of fucking meth, probably. A lot of meth.
Okay, so we have on the
Where's
I have
your
a friend,
friend?
Manitoba.
She's from
but she's
Manitoba.
from, like,
We
North
have
North
Manitoba.
Manitoba.
Newfoundland and
I remember she
Labrador.
was ever from Saskatchewan.
I always tease her
Brunswick.
because I'm like, the only reason you get elected is because they think you're native.
You know that I had invited her on the. It was the pandemic, obviously. So the
It is
car-
Manitoba, Manitoba and Saskatchewan actually,
What?
What is?
between Alberta and
Yeah,
Ontario.
bro, we said that. What a fucking idiot.
Wow.
Wait, Alberta's the furthest west?
And then
it's
there's
right next to
then there's
BC.
No, I know from the Prairie State.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
So I had,
Manitoba's
I
the
had-
middle.
No, Manitoba's after Ontario. And then
Saskatchewan's in the
Saskatchewan, yeah.
middle. They're
So-
all there. I know
yeah,
they're
they're
there. I always
yeah, it's like
forget.
that block in the middle.
Yeah.
So I had reached out to her.
Bro, there's such non-important provinces that
Don't say that, bro. Don't say that.
that
We have Manitobans.
They're,
listening.
they're Canada's.
their
They're
borders.
still sleeping.
Their borders are literally just straight lines. They're like, yeah, whatever. This is that. Like it's just whatever.
They're all like
There's-
that, dude. It's,
No, they're not, bro. Look at the Quebec and Ontario
Well, yeah, but
borders.
that's the fucking.
The original fucking colonies.
How do you want to square that out? I mean, have you seen what Quebec looks like? I mean, you can't square that out. Yeah. Anyway, so I had reached out to her in 2019. The campaign obviously was the
I
2020.
reached out to her too. She told me that you reached out. She said, I'm not going to do your show.
Yeah. So I no, but the explanation she gave me was that, George, I'm all over the place, and sometimes I don't have network where I'm from. I don't
Oh,
have
they're
a
all
net- I don't
farmers.
have a
True,
network.
yeah. She's out in the middle of
Yeah,
fucking
she's out
nowhere.
in the middle of nowhere.
They're all
So I'm like,
farmers
okay, no
in
problem.
Manitoba and Saskatchewan.
I haven't spoken to her in a while. I should reach out, see what she's up to. See what she has to say about Jagmeet.
She came under fire, and we're talking about fuck, what's her name? Jesus Christ.
I'm not going to name my own friend when we're about to talk shit about her.
No, I'm not gonna talk shit about her. She came under fire during during COVID because she had to travel to go see her dying grandmother, and remember they
that was a mess.
Yeah, they blacklisted her, which is fucking stupid.
And she lost her like sub-minister, her portfolio position.
Yeah,
or
like her
something,
shadow
Shadow
minister,
cabinet, yeah.
shadow cabinet, whatever, in the second opposition,
What garbage
which I find is
people
unfortunate.
that
I mean,
you would fire someone or like you'd make them lose an opportunity just because they.
It's
wanted
not
to see
that,
their
it's
dying
because, yeah,
grandmother.
it's-
Because she was pretty vocal about travel bans, and then she did it. So people came
Oh,
hard.
you know
People came
what?
after her.
She kind of made her own bed there. Like I don't want to.
I
I
mean,
mean, be mean.
her grandmother
but
was dying. I think she.
I don't know
from
if she was
look,
vocal. I don't know if she was
my
vocal.
com-
Her
she
party,
was,
her,
she
her
was.
party was vocal.
She was vocal
yes,
too.
but
She was, I don't know. I haven't followed.
the problem
People
with
came after her.
the problem with being vocal about like about imposing these things on other people because other people couldn't go see their dying grandparents
Yeah.
either, right?
Right.
So why would you have the right to go see them? You know, I think that's what bothers people.
I think that's what bothered people too, and she suffered consequences. for
I
it.
understand. I understand why people would be upset, but that's why you can't really take sides.
So just to answer Jorge, shadow cabinet, it basically
It is a group of ninjas. Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah,
what
yeah.
it is. You nailed it.
No, it's mostly used in Ottawa and federal politics. Basically, so you have the government, you have the governing party that has ministers, and then you have their official critics in the opposition. They're not ministers, so it's kind of like a shadow cabinet, right? So
Because they not like shadows in the shadows. Like they're not the foot. They're just the opposite.
yeah, so you have like the shadow minister of finance. Essentially, he's the official opposition
I'd rather
critic.
be a shadow minister than a regular minister.
Like the official title is official opposition critic on finance or official opposition
but
critic
that's not
on
cool.
whatever.
You put shadow cabinet master.
It's
on your
shorter. It's
business.
shorter to say I'm a
cabinet.
shadow minister
What
of
do you do? I'm a
environment.
shadow minister.
Yeah,
Woo.
I'm the
They're
shadow
just-
minister
they're
of
just
foreign
vampires.
affairs. So you know that automatically they're in the opposition, and their role is to criticize the
light.
the
Because
respective
they're the
minister.
shadows. Yeah. It's an eternal struggle, guys. It's been going on since time immemorial. What other stories you got? Because like I'm over the show. Today.
I don't have any other
No?
stories. I don't know if you
What
guys
did I
have
read
any.
about? Are we gonna talk about Iran?
Oh fuck yeah! Let's talk about Iran.
Let's talk about Iran. So the official cause of death has been
He
released
ran.
by the police of Tehran, the Tehran police, for Mahsa Amini's death. Turns out they didn't kill her. She died of a brain tumor that was removed when she was 8.
Sure. We'll
That's what killed her.
Yeah,
We
that-
can stop the revolution
yeah,
now.
yeah, we'll all believe that.
Everything's fine.
I went on Twitter
Ridiculous.
a week or two ago, and I tweeted, I hope this time around is the right time. It's a massive movement in Iran, and
It's
I'm
fucking.
It's huge.
huge.
It's huge this time around. I don't know.
Still trying to quell my expectations. Like I don't want to fall into the Arab Spring trap again.
But I'm
This
excited
feels
for
like
them.
it's
though.
different,
I'm
yeah.
excited for them, and I was following some local journalists that are independent and they're on the ground, and they have been releasing footage of actual police officers demonstrating with the people.
Really?
So it seems
I
as
bet they're
though
not lady police officers.
the what are they called the
Hamat.
no the what's it called the special force there the morality police.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah. I don't know if it's them. But in any case, when you're turning a group of, that's part of the authority, it's, I hope it's a sign. I hope it's a sign. But
I'm not really sure.
It's time. It's time for this shit to happen. It's time for shit to turn around in Iran.
Trending on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
Trudeau destroying Canada. Can we talk about Florida and the Surgeon General?
In the what?
The Surgeon General of Florida.
The Surgeon General?
Yeah.
Who's the Surgeon
I
General?
don't remember his name. Can you find it?
Why do they have a Surgeon General? He's the one that pretty much tells people.
Is that his name? Hold on. Is that his title?
So you want Iran to turn around and a fight?
Not fine.
Turn into a
Just
fight?
mixing up Spanish and Persian through the accent.
No, a fight. Get it? I fight.
I
It's
get
fight or
it.
flight.
I ran, I fight. I ran so
Iran,
far
I
away.
fight, yeah.
Basically, I can't remember who it was, but one of the main health people in Florida. If someone in the chat can help me, because for some reason I can't find it now. Basically came out with a press release stating that men between the ages of 18 and 39, the risks do not outweigh the gains.
That's for my job.
Yeah. So the risks.
Because the side effects of men 18 to 39 for the vaccine,
Oh, that one. Yeah, we
Yeah.
sent it in the chat. Yeah.
that the risk of cardiac events is too high
Yeah,
within
yeah.
28 days. That's pretty fucked up. Like the
Well,
fact
it's in
that
our chat if you want to find the article.
in the WhatsApp chat.
Yeah.
I'll find it. And I'm seeing people coming out and trying to cancel him, but the guy's just doing his job.
I find it frustrating when scientists come out, actual people that have the credibility.
Joseph A. Ladapo.
What's his function?
Is this
What's his thing?
He is the Florida Surgeon General. I was right. Yeah,
Surgeon
you
General.
got me.
I don't even know what that is. Okay.
He's like the main health minister, I think. I don't know.
Surgeon General. It seems as though he's the guy on top. That
He's like Aruda. He's like an Aruda.
But Aruda's the national health director. This guy's a Surgeon General. It feels as though he sets the guidelines of how to do surgeries.
I don't know. The Surgeon General's warning is on all smoking products. Surgeon General says you gonna die. Don't smoke.
Is that it? Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. Okay.
I think that's just
Is it written like that? You gonna die.
in the southern states, like Atlanta.
you gon' die.
It's like the dude that goes, "Did you wash your ass today?"
I don't know where you
don't
find
know
these
what that
references,
is.
bro.
I don't know
Fuck,
what
I
that
is.
don't know
It's a
what you listen to. So it's frustrating when you have scientists like this that are immediately fucking.
Like they came after him hard.
Yeah, they step all over you, and it's like, dude, you still have some credibility. You're a fucking scientist. You have your medical degree. It's worth fucking something, right? I mean, I don't
The Florida
understand.
Department of Health has conducted an analysis through a self-controlled case series, which is a technique originally developed to evaluate vaccine safety. This studied mortality risk following mRNA COVID-19 vaccination. This analysis found that there's 84% increase in the relative incidence of cardiac-related death among males 18 to 39 years old within 28 days following the mRNA vaccination. Yes, we made it out of the danger zone.
Yeah.
Individuals with pre-existing cardiac conditions, and lists a bunch, should take particular caution when considering vaccination and discuss it with their healthcare provider.
this is all
They're not even
based-
saying don't do it. They're just saying, look,
It's based on.
this is
I'm
some new
assuming it's
information.
based on some research, and they're bringing out the results. And why the fuck would you step all over them? It's like this is what we researched. This is the figures that we came up with. Why is it supposed to be wrong? That's what I don't understand.
yeah,
Anyways.
people are just like losing it. Anyways, it's just odd to me that if the exact same position in another state had come out and said, get it, it's safe, no one would question it.
Yeah.
But this guy's saying the opposite and everyone's freaking out. Yeah, we're doing this all right.
Come in to close it.
If you want, if not,
I mean, we're up now.
Come in and close the show.
Yeah, close us up the Joe so we can make the lunch.
in a second.
See?
In a second.
Dime.
Did I miss anything?
We talk about the Surgeon
article you
General
sent
of
us.
Florida for Mr. Ladapo.
What?
You talk about cardiac arrest
article
in
you sent us?
vaccinations.
Oh yeah, interesting that they
Interesting how angry they are.
interesting how angry they are and how they took him off. They took the tweet
But that's what
out.
we're saying. Like,
So who's so,
If the Surgeon General of Delaware,
yeah.
Delaware's a state, right?
Yeah.
Came on and said, we did a study that shows that vaccine safety is good and COVID is bad.
They would keep
Everybody
it.
would be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
He's saying we did a study that says, yeah, it does help, but there's
It's
also
dangerous
this.
for men,
Especially if you have these pre-existing
yeah.
conditions. So maybe talk with your primary healthcare provider, blah, blah, blah. No!
Yeah,
People are
like
freaking
it's the
out.
most unbiased thing, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's a
not even
professionally
like a damn-
oriented
that's what I'm
research.
saying. Is this is where the
fucking
lunatic
crazy.
fringe comes in? That people are in a cult. Sometimes you have to admit you were wrong.
I wonder how people would have reacted if it wasn't Florida. Because you know how people see Florida, right? Like the left especially.
Yeah.
How they feel about Florida. Like, what if it was fucking New York State?
Bro, listen.
They would've
remember
reacted the same way.
Remember when I got 2 shots, right? I thought when I got them, this was the only way
To keep yourself and your family
not,
safe.
Not my family,
No, we
me.
always knew that.
I was even at the time. I wasn't dumb enough to believe that was going to change anything for someone else,
Yeah.
except for people who are at risk, like Mike. He was the only one that was worried about me getting given. Everyone else around me, I knew that they had to get their own shots if they wanted. But I personally believed, I personally, honestly believed that was
I didn't
my
understand what you said, sorry.
that was my best chance of survival. I admit that knowing what I know now,
Big mistake.
I was 100% wrong and it was a big mistake. I didn't need it in my class, age group, health, all that. I didn't need it at the time, though. I believe that I did. So I was wrong. I admit it. I'm not gonna be like, no, okay, I was wrong. It happened.
I
took
believe
it.
you haven't had it.
Yeah, I still didn't catch it.
Surprising.
I'm the only one.
Yeah.
Here. But around me,
You're David Hasselhoff. You're the lone survivor.
I'm the lone
true
survivor.
survivor.
So you have to admit, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, just to support my decision. Okay, I made a rash decision at the time. I was wrong. It happens. So
We
now
were
I don't know.
coerced slightly.
I don't know why people are freaking out. They can't admit when stats come out that it's dangerous for some people. And I don't know why they're freaking out about it. Even you crying about it isn't going to change the facts. Those are the facts, bro. What am I tell you? That's
No.
what you say. You want to follow the science, and the second science tells you something, you're like, fuck that. That's what it is. So yeah, you talked about that, eh?
We just spoke about that now. Yeah, and it does suck. It does suck, and it's the most objective and unbiased opinion of a credible scientist.
Shit sucks, yo.
Yeah, but the way it works now is if you disagree with me, you're not credible.
You're not. No, it's not. You don't lose credibility.
Yeah.
You get labeled a Nazi.
Yeah, that's even the crazier thing. That now it's, oh, you don't agree with me, so you're a Nazi.
I feel like
Yeah, that's wild.
I can't help. I can't participate anymore because I'm not helping. It's just frustrating me. I just want to just pull out of society.
Yeah.
The best thing-
It feels like that sometimes, eh?
Sometimes, every single waking moment
Did
of my
you win
life.
the house?
No, we lost the house.
Good. I'm happy.
Other shit happened too. that
I'm
not
happy you lost
about.
the house. Too fucking expensive, Phil. I don't want you to become house
It
poor.
wasn't.
That
too
was
expensive.
actually a good.
It was a good price. It was
yeah.
a fucking.
Wasn't it good? These are inflated numbers.
It was a white whale.
These are inflated numbers.
I wonder what it actually sold for. I'm gonna find out next week. Last week.
Inflated numbers.
I need a house, bro.
I know, fuck. But everything's gonna crash. Don't worry.
By the way, can I just? I don't know if I did this on the morning show, but Amelie helped me write a French letter. Like she translated for me, and I just want to say thank you because I
Amelie's
appreciate
top
it.
notch, huh?
She did
Yeah.
good work.
We have very good people in the nation.
I made a call for. I need someone who understands the nonsense I say in English and translate the feeling of that nonsense to French.
like,
Not
I
just
got-
translate because I can
got
do
you,
that.
retard.
She's like, I got you. I know how stupid you are. Don't worry.
The best thing that you can do,
thank you.
Phil, about you getting upset at all this shit happening, you should look at it and be like, haha, that's bullshit, and then just enjoy it.
Oh, did you see the
But
movie?
no, because I'm not just a passive observer in society. I live in society. I want
I
to do
understand.
things. I want to help. I want to
understand.
make things better. But I have no faith in my fellow human beings.
No, you are making things better by talking about it on podcasts such as this.
The
I
be-
fucking hate podcasters. Those
Soon.
rich assholes.
Soon there will be a new podcast coming out in the world. I don't know where it's going to be, but it's going to be out there. It's going to be about movies.
Why you gotta gaslight me like that? You don't know where it's gonna be. You know where it's gonna be.
Phil is going to be on it. I think he's going to host it
I am.
with another man, James Rodriguez.
Jaimes.
James
It's
Rodriguez.
Balabanos with an N.
More
y Jaimes.
information on that new
Balabaños.
podcast.
Balabanos y Jaimes.
More information on that new podcast
It
coming
should
soon.
have premiered this week, but we had a little situation last week when we scheduled the recording. So
Yes, their lunch took too long. So here's the thing.
that's not what happened.
Here's the thing. If you enjoy podcasts, then look no further
It's what happened.
than patreon.com/Pantelis,
Pantelis.
home of the greatest podcasts That claim has not been verified by science. Available to mankind, at least the best in
have it
Canada.
covered, yeah.
So patreon.com/Pantelis. Support
fighting
the
word.
nation. Balabanos.com for Phil. Phil brings you the news. He's going to bring you the films. And if you want, he could film something for you. Perhaps a commercial.
Gulag t-shirts.
Perhaps Gulag t-shirts at his website, balabanos.com.
so good.
Gay pornos.
They're so
Balabanos.com. Also, George Transuzos bringing us the news. George has his own podcast. He spent the last month interviewing local politicians and asking them, "Are you prepared to fail?"
And they were.
And they all failed. But you can watch the interviews, see
A modern day prophet.
the Monday Prophet, see how on the nose George was with his questions. The Backstage podcast links are in the description. Support George. He also has the hit podcast, Just Us Dads. People who aren't even dads love that podcast. Many moms love that podcast.
Hey.
Dads,
I got a free coffee because of that podcast last week.
dads, daughters, and sons.
Someone
love Just
recognized me
Us
from your
Dads.
show.
From your show, not
Pantelis'
even his.
sister.
Just as dads. Links are in the description. Poseidon is online. He's I am Poseidon on Linktree. That's
Yes, Linktree
Linktree
/I am
slash
Poseidon.
I am Poseidon
I am
to
Poseidon.
follow him on all his social media accounts.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to go to Linktree, you're just on Instagram, it's the Poseidon69. If you're just on Twitter, it's the Poseidon69. If you're on Facebook, you can just find me, Pantelis Comedy. Subscribe to this
Lovely.
channel, share, tell your friends. If you speak French, I'm in Gatineau on the 22nd. I'm back in Montreal on the 27th. And we're currently working on my not even North Shore, north of Quebec tour. Amqui, Rimouski, all that stuff happening
shit.
probably in a month from now. So thank you all. And go fuck yourselves.